Hey, everybody. Thank you.
Let's get it back. Let's get it back going, guys. Can you guys hear me clear? Can everybody hear me clear?
Yeah.
Just says hi, Nexx and Cass. I just got a new account. Big shout out to Mike Adams, man. I see you, bro. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. We are just getting things going, just cracking things off. I just introduced my amazing guest. Hails all the way from Florida right now, going through some things. Has an amazing YouTube channel. She has an amazing book. She has an amazing story. She's just an amazing human being. And she's got an amazing puppy behind her.
Yeah.
I see him.
On the show.
Yeah, man, I love him, man. Big shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Big shout out worldwide, wherever you are. Never forget, TI Lives Matter. We're going to get to it, man. Big shout out to Mike Adams. I see you. He says, hi, Nexx and Cash. I just got a new account. Good seeing you again, Cash. Mike Adams says, where's the sound? You keep buffering. Oh, man, I hope. Can you guys hear us clear? Can you guys hear us clear? Let us know right now. Type it in the comment section. And I want you guys to know that this is an interactive podcast, guys. This is a podcast for the TI community. At any time, if you want to, if you have anything to say or to chime in, if we say anything that touches you or you want to, add to, the flavor of what we're talking about here, if you can relate to anything that we're talking about, there is a phone number that streams along the bottom of the podcast. Okay, you can call us up right now and we can plug you in right now. Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now, and we're just gonna get this thing going. Cash, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed by the best, man, and it's just a blessing to be able to do this and to, get the conversation started. And it's a breath of fresh air to actually see people like you on YouTube who are not afraid, to share their story and to talk about their experiences, and not from a victim mentality. Like, I went through your channel and I did not see 1 ounce of fear-based content. I just commend you for that. And it's just like, it's refreshing to see, other individuals that's out here that's speaking out against this thing. And I just tip my hat to you, man. And I love what you're doing, man. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. Man, big shout out to Posh. I see you, Posh. He says, hello, Mike. Man, we're just getting things cracking off right now. If you guys are just now tuning in, it says, hello, fellow TI here from Arizona. Former YouTube known as, what is that? Liv Loves Her Makeup. Okay, big shout out to you. Man, I would definitely love to, check out what you're doing at any time. So, Cash, man, I just got, it's awesome. I just want to thank you for coming on the podcast. And I do want to ask, what inspired you, to start your amazing YouTube channel and, to, start your journey and to start telling your story?
I told you before, I went through a narcissistic relationship.
Okay.
And from that, I wrote a blog as a healing tool, kind of to get residual emotions out of me.
Okay.
And from the blog, any type of creativity I've been reading breaks mind control. So I came out of whatever trance hypnosis I was in or under, and became aware of my gang stalking. And I kind of made it worse with coming out with the blog, because then it gave them more information about me to harass me with. So yeah.
Wow.
So here's what I was doing something good. I was helping people.
Yeah.
But it was something that they don't want people knowing about. So my targeting then became overt.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. And I just, tip my hat to you, man, because you just have this great energy about you. You have this great spirit. You're getting some great comments here. My boy Mike Adams says, "Hi, Cash. Dang, you look amazing as always."
Hi.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can definitely hear you. Definitely. That's awesome, man. And man, he says, "I'm getting sound now." That's awesome, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is the NEXXTIME podcast, man. This is the best time. This is NEXXTIME, man. And we just getting things cracking off. Big shout out to my guy, Awakened State of Mind, targeted in Australia, bro. Welcome to the podcast. Moderator alert. Yeah. We getting it going. All right. Man, oh man. So as far as, your story, how far back do now that you've learned, so much about this organized stalking program and things that go on, and we go through the isolation and everything, right, Cash? How, like, once you think about it, how far back could you trace this, like, in your, before it went overt? Like, when you think about things, like, how far back do you think you can go with this?
Since young, like 11, 12 years old, just weird things happening. Nothing like, I was a kid then, so the thought of being tracked or targeted never really crossed my mind. But there's just things that I think of. High school, definitely. High school, for sure. Absolutely.
Right, man. Oh man.
Around time of the whole MySpace era and Zanga or whatever that site was, when people started putting their thoughts and opinions on the internet, is around the time that I can remember really things happening.
Okay.
So I believe that social media is a huge reason for this targeting. Like, that's they're getting all the information through that.
Wow. Man, oh man. And you know what? Florida, you are in Florida, and Florida is, man, it's just, I've been in Florida, man. I've been down there, and I went down there last year, and I had a crazy experience down there. Like, how is it down there for you, being a single, beautiful woman down there in Florida? Do you get a lot of harassment on a day-to-day when you just out doing your due diligence, just doing your daily duties?
It's just I've always been good with body language. It was something that I learned from my great grandma. How to like pick up on like subtle cues without speaking, nonverbal cues. So I notice more than the average person probably notices, out and about. So I can spot somebody that is like a perp, basically, when I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to just ignore it, but, they're pretty easy to spot with sunglasses and the backpacks and, You go into a coffee shop and you're sitting and you're drinking coffee, and then they go in there, don't buy anything, just sit across from you. Like, it's pretty obvious who is and who isn't. And, I mean, is it creepy? No, I've kind of just gotten used to it. When it first started, I was scared because I was like, what are these people going to do to me? I didn't really know. But now that I know that they don't really touch you, they just hit you with directed energy weapons or whatever the case may be. But
okay. We got some amazing comments here. Big shout out to Make Art. Big shout out to Posh and Self Contented. I see you guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, they are like robots. I see that comment about like robots. I agree.
Yes, Make Art says turn one of your turn one of your microphones off to remove that echo. Guys, are you getting an echo? Are you guys hearing an echo on our voice? I want to know, what's going on so we can get a clear broadcast, get a clear Cash, we're all muted over there, right, Cash?
Am I good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I just want to make sure that She said, okay, there's an echo on Cash. Okay. We're all muted over there, right? From your no, not on Skype. Okay, there we go.
I unmuted it.
Okay, cool. Just on the phone. On the phone that you're watching.
On the phone?
Yeah, we gotta make sure that the sound is off on there, right? They're saying like it's an echo. I don't know. Sometimes they, when we do these live streams, man, sometimes they tamper with the audio, and sometimes they tamper with things. But we just keep persevering, man. We just keep going through this, man. Let's see here. We just want to make sure we get a clear, crisp sound so you guys can hear Cash. She has an amazing story. We are just now getting started right now. My boy Make Art says Cash has 2 playbacks going, which is creating that echo most likely. Okay. And Posh says, I was very outspoken on my channel about racism, animal testing, etc. That's why I believe they are targeting me. Social media is hard, man. It can be. It definitely can be, man. But I say, just keep persevering through it, man. And, there comes rough patches in every, battle that we face here. And Posh says, let's see here, perps are so easy to spot now. They're like robots. That's a fact. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, they definitely show you who they are. They do weird stuff. And that was one of the things with me, Cash. Like, as soon as I landed in Florida, because I took an airplane from Ohio to escape the targeting there because it was so crazy there. I get on an airplane and land in Tampa. And as soon as I got off the airplane, it was going crazy. I mean, it was nuts. Like, they were in the airport, like, literally waiting there, pointing phones at me, coughing, trying to get close to me, laughing and pointing and giggling. And I'm like, wow, like, I was just in awe of so many people who were involved. And like,
how? But that's what I don't understand. Is there like an app on the phone or something that tracks you everywhere?
That is a great question. If anybody in the comment section, man, we are going to be covering some amazing things right now. Type it in. And I seen somebody said that they wanted to join the podcast, and this podcast is interactive. If you guys want to call us up, you can call us up at any time, man. And there's a phone number streaming across, and we can patch you in, and we would love to get your intake and input because this is an interactive podcast, guys. Posh says yes, they track via phone. He says, yes, they track via phone. Mike Adams says, yes, I agree. Posh, unfortunately, it got me banned because I can sense one of my favorite life coaches banned me from his channel. I was a little too bright. I hear echo chambers now. Next from Cass. Man, what is going on? I think they're attacking the stream right now. But we're going to keep it going, man. We're going to keep persevering and pushing through. I don't understand. They're saying they hear some echoes here. I'm going to check everything on my end.
Echoes on me? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Am I good?
On my end, everything sounds clear over here, but
I don't know.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let's see. Let's try it now. All right, guys, if you guys continue to hear echoes, please let us know, and I'm going to control everything on my end so that we get a good clear stream. We just getting things going. This is the NEXXTIME podcast. Yeah, man, but I've heard things that they do actually have applications on phones, Cash, where they can track your whereabouts, and they also have like on the technology side, they also can track us through our DNA signature. With all this nanotechnology and all of this stuff in our bodies and stuff, and it just goes deep. Like, it really goes deep how they track us. And for a while I thought that they were exclusively tracking my phone and I was being investigated, and I thought it was something else before I found out about the targeting. And when I actually found out you know, what it was, I stopped using phones. Like, I just went without a phone. You know what I mean? And they were still following me everywhere, and they were still tracking me. I went without a phone for like maybe a year. Yeah,
Did
man.
you have like a surgery or anything where you think maybe they implanted something in you, or no?
I think so. Honestly, I think so.
Did you ever have a surgery where they put you out?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a surgery. Like, I had a situation where, you know, I was hearing V2K, and this was like, you know, 2000, I want to say like 2010, 2011. I started hearing voices, and I didn't know, you know, what was going on, and I was freaking out, and I ended up staying up for days, and I want to say like 6 days, 6.5 days, I ended up staying up, and I ended up going to the hospital, and they like tackled me down, strapped me into a hospital gurney, and hit me with this needle, and I was in an induced coma for like, I think like 3 days.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know what happened. You know, after that happened, it was, you know, it was a crazy experience, man. And you know, for a while, like the doctor, when I came to, and I was just like freaking out still, like it was still happening. I'm like, you know, telling the doctor what I was hearing and everything, and he kind of like, he piped up on me. He was like, oh, like yelling, like, oh, you're psychotic, you know, and he just yelled at me and said, you're effing psychotic. And I'm just like, whoa, like I didn't know what to do. You know, we got a call though, Cash. We got a call. We got our first call. This is going to be awesome. Let's see here. Hey, what's going on? You on NEXXTIME?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm watching you guys live right now. This is Fox, by the way.
Oh, okay. Big shout out to you, Posh. Thank you for calling in, man. Man.
Of course. I just want to call and say I support you guys. I'm so sorry that everybody is going through this shit. I think we can all agree it's absolutely horrible.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's really, really nice that you guys have your YouTube channels active and you're going and you're posting.
Yeah.
For a while, I had a channel with 85,000 subscribers. It was a makeup channel.
Wow.
And I was very outspoken on there, and it ended up getting taken down because my ex-boyfriend actually locked me out of my account. So I've had a lot of issues with that, but I just wanted to say I really love all you guys, and I hope you're doing okay.
Wow, we love you too, man. We love you too, man.
Of course.
Big shout out to you, man.
And, you know, everybody's story is different, but I think that we can all agree that this is just an awful thing to go through, no matter if they're targeting you because of race or whether they're targeting you because of something that you did. I think they make us feel as if we've done something awful, right? Like
right.
We belong in society. But, you know, that's just not the case. A lot of us haven't done shit. And I think we have to remember that, and we have to stay strong and just know that, you know, we can still talk to each other, we can still have support, and I think we all can spot first. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All the time. It's so easy, and I think before everything was hidden, and now that we are aware of our surroundings and we're aware of what's going on, it's so easy to spot people that just are not genuine.
Oh, yeah. That is a fact. That is a whole fact.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, I just wanted to call in and say hello, and yeah, I'll keep chatting in the chat, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, man. Big shout out to you. And Posh, I think that you, I don't know, man. I feel really terrible about you losing your channel, man. Like, I know it takes a lot of work to get to that many subscribers, man. And
not just that, but one of the hard things was that he was also a YouTuber.
Oh.
He had almost 1 million subscribers.
Wow.
And I'm not going to say his name publicly because I don't think that's going to be any good for me.
Okay.
But he is. He's absolutely 100% a perp. He gaslighted me. He drugged me. He did a lot of different things. And at the end of the day, what ended up happening was he basically forced me to make a video and say, oh, I've been doing drugs and I don't feel good and all these things. And I don't know if it was mindful. I don't know if it was B2K. I just became aware of myself 2 months ago.
Okay.
So it was over before, and now it's obviously over, or whatever you want to say. I'm very much aware of it now. And it's just really awful to see. You know, I'm a 26-year-old woman. I live in Arizona. I've been incredibly outspoken my whole life. And for them to go after someone who does publicly go against the grain and is not afraid to speak up, I'm very, very surprised that they targeted me.
Right. Wow.
No, that's why they targeted
That's just a whole handful there, but I also wanted to say shout out to everybody over on the subreddit of gang stalking, because when I was going through this phase, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I was like, am I being, like, backed down by the FBI? Like, what have I done? Have I done something awful?
Yeah.
And it really helped to go online, and finally, when I put the dice together and I saw that it was indeed gang stalking, that subreddit saved my ass.
Wow.
And I immediately was like, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. So shout out to everybody over there on the subreddit.
Definitely.
My username over there is Revenge of the Deceased, if any of you ever want to talk.
Definitely. Definitely, man. Thank you for calling, man.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm going to keep watching you guys, okay?
Okay, awesome. Definitely. We definitely, man, we appreciate you, man. God bless you, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, God bless.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man, that was awesome, man. That was awesome.
She did say she doesn't understand why she's being targeted for speaking out. That's the reason why she's being targeted. That's what they do. They go after people that aren't afraid to speak or come out about certain things. You know?
Okay. Definitely. I definitely agree with that, Cash. I definitely agree, man. The comment, we got some amazing comments here. I want to give some shout outs here. I see some people here that just came on. Big shout out to, let's see here, Laura. I see you, Laura Randolph. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. I see you. Yes. Man, and that's one thing, Cash, that, you know, I love to hear when people, you know, can step out of the fear. You know what I mean? And walk in faith, because that's one thing that she touched on, how they weaponize guilt and they make us feel ashamed of things, or, you know, they make us so afraid. I mean, personally, like, I was afraid, Cash, to take a shower. I was afraid to walk outside. I was afraid to go to sleep. I was afraid to eat. Like, they might be poisoning my food, or, you know what I mean? Like,
at first, yeah, absolutely. You don't know what's happening to you.
Yeah, and man, what was some things that you did to, you know, shake the fear and to actually get over it, you know?
Okay, so when I first found out that it was gang stalking, I did not want to, like you said, I didn't want to eat anything. I was afraid to order food.
Yes.
Anything that I bought, it had to be bottled water. The seal couldn't be broken. I was, you know, I think I ate spaghetti for like 3 weeks straight until I, you know, boxed and just nothing. I didn't want anything that could potentially be contaminated because I didn't know. You know, I felt like Will Smith in Enemy of the State. I didn't understand what was going on with me. But how I broke out of the fear was living my normal life and realizing that it wasn't as, it's all psychological, basically. So if you can overcome the psychological aspect of it, you're there. That's
awesome, man. That was awesome. I gotta hit the button on that. That was awesome. Man, if you guys are just now joining, man, this is the NEXXTIME podcast, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is the NEXXTIME podcast. I had to say it twice. Man. Big shout out to everybody tuning in right now. I see Autumn. Big shout out to Autumn, man. Welcome to the podcast. Moderator alert. Yes. She says, hi, Nexx, everyone. I'm going to be chatting in 2 live streams right now. Vulcan Wolverine. Oh, big shout out to Vulcan Wolverine, man. That's my guy, Kyle, man. I love him, man. Man, big shout out to him. Make sure you tell him I said, what's up, Autumn. I got to get him on the podcast here, man. And let's see here. Somebody, big shout out to Perelix3. He says, I'm afraid. Man, I know that feeling, bro. Like, you know, I don't know if you are a female or a male, but man, you know, it's something, man. They weaponize fear, Cash. You know, they use it against us. You know, and one
so
thing,
that's the whole basis of this program is to cause fear and doubt and anything like that in somebody so they don't speak out. They don't want you talking. They don't want you running your mouth. You know?
Oh yeah. And me, it got to a point with me, Cash, where, you know, I was getting gang stalked. I mean, all of it. You know, I was getting hit with directed energy weapons, and, you know, I was getting workplace mobbed and blacklisted. You know, my family turned against me. It was a combined, you know, it was just so much coming at me at once. And then the gang stalking got so severe to the point where I thought people were after me. People were trying to kill me, you know. Man, big shout out to my boy Truth Serum. I see you, Truth. Welcome to the podcast, my boy. We're just getting started. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is next time. This is the best time, guys. We are doing this for you. This is the interactive podcast for the TI community. We want you guys to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? There's light at the end of the darkness, okay? You just got to focus on that light, man, and just keep moving forward, man. Just keep moving forward throughout the darkness and try not to focus on it. I know when you're going through all of these attacks, things can be so traumatic and traumatizing, and you know, when you're traumatized, that it's plagued in your mind, and you're sitting there and you're thinking about it and but just try to let that stuff go, you know, let it go and use that energy to put towards something positive. Like my guest on the podcast tonight has took her experiences. She has took those lemons and made lemon meringue pie. She has an amazing book. Let's talk about the book, Cash. Let's talk about the book, Cash.
Okay, so the book is called Escaping Possession.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my relationship with a honey trap, essentially. I was lured down to Miami with the false promises of all these wonderful things, and it just turned out to be a nightmare that I'm still living, even though we broke up 2 years ago. So,
oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, I learned a lot about myself.
That's awesome.
All of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And in the book, do you detail, like, you know, how you met this guy and, you know, and oh man, this sounds like an amazing read, guys. There is a link right now in the description, guys. If you guys want to support what Kristen is doing, do it, guys. Do it for the TI community, man. TI Lives Matter, man. There's a link right now. You can click it. You can purchase that book, man, and get a good read, man, and tell all your friends to tell a friend about what she's doing, man. And not only that, she has an amazing YouTube channel, and she's spiritual. She's a believer. You know, she's walking in faith, not in fear. You know, and that's one thing that we have to, because energy spreads, you know, great energy spreads, bad negative energy spreads, and, you know, fear spreads. And one thing that we need to do is, you know, be there for each other and support each other when we are doing things like that. And I'm definitely, Cash, I am definitely going to get me a copy of that book, my friend. Definitely. And we're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it. And we're going to keep talking about it. And we're going to put that on the front lines. Big shout out to my boy Nobody has just joined the stream. Big shout out to Michelle. She says, just stopping by to give us a thumbs up. And thank you guys for smashing the thumbs up. Big shout out to Michelle. I love you, man. Big shout out to Self-Contended. Everybody is in here. Everybody is friends with everybody. Let's make it happen.
Everybody is friends with everybody.
Man, oh man, if you guys have any questions for me or Cash here right now, you can type it in the comment section right now. We're going to keep this thing moving like we always do. And, or you can call us up right now, you know, just like Posh did earlier. Big shout out to her. She says, do you guys have Instagrams?
Yes. I'll put mine in right here.
Absolutely. Actually, your Instagram is in the description. You can type it in the chat right now. Her Instagram, all of her information. If you guys want to contact Cash and talk to her, her email is in there. Her YouTube channel, guys, subscribe. Make it happen. We got some awesome content creators here with us today. Big shout out to Truth Report. I see you, Truth. I see you, man. We just getting started right now, man, and this thing is amazing, man. Cash, can I ask you, before your targeting went overt, were you a believer? Like, were you in the Bible? Did you believe in, did you believe in Jesus before that?
I was raised Catholic. Catholic, and for about 10 years, I was in a period of just chaos, whatever. I guess maybe New Age beliefs. I was into tarot. I never got really deep into that either, but I was into tarot and things like that, but I claimed agnostic for a while, because I just claimed that I just didn't know. But when I woke up, and in the New Age philosophy, when the third eye opens, they say, I didn't spend very much time in the New Age. When my third eye opened, I went right to Jesus. And yeah,
that's awesome.
That was not something that I wanted to play with, because everything that they say about like seeing things and stuff, it's absolutely true. It's not schizophrenia, it's real. Like, I know I prayed to Jesus for like a week straight to close that and just make me better, see me through this experience.
That is so awesome. That's actually amazing. I gotta hit the button on that. That's amazing. That was amazing. My friend said she went to Jesus. She went straight to Jesus. Man, I love that.
Take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. I was not playing those games.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Perelix, I hope I'm saying that right. Perelix 3 had an amazing question here. He says, what do you guys say to those who tell us it's all schizophrenia? A lot of people who don't know about these things believe that.
I actually have a video on this about how if you do not take evidence before you go to see a doctor, that they will say that you have schizophrenia, that you're paranoid schizophrenic. So you have to take some evidence and kind of show them, like, this is what's going on with me. And, I mean, they're going to write it off. They know what it is, but they're going to write it off as, oh, these are just strange coincidences. Maybe you're being hypervigilant. Have you ever had PTSD? Things like that. You have to go in there. If you are going to go to a doctor, you have to go in there with some type of, like, coincidence evidence. Otherwise, you can't just go in there and say, somebody's following me down the street, somebody's watching me walk my dog, because then that's when they'll hit you with that diagnosis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My boy Truth Serum, he says schizophrenia is a made-up condition.
It is. I absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
I believe it too. Oh
yeah, definitely. Like I was saying earlier, Chris, like when when that whole situation happened with the V2K with me, they induced me into a coma. I was out for 3 days. I don't know what happened, in that time that I was out, but I know when I woke up, that doctor told me I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh my God, like, yo, I was hearing this, people trying to kill me, such and such. He was like, you're psychotic. He told me I was psychotic. He was like, you're effing psychotic. And he cussed at me. Like, I couldn't even believe that. Like, that was a moment. I will never forget that, man. And I ended up writing a song called Psychotic, man. Like, but they knew, I know that they knew, Cash, that what was happening to me.
Absolutely. No, they know when we're about to wake up. It happens like late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. And then they said they don't want people waking up to the truth.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, they use these false diagnoses to cover up what is happening. And
because you're crazy, nobody's going to listen to you.
Yeah. And, it just takes away any credibility to them, but at the end of the day, I don't care, I don't care if those people, you know, think I'm incredible or what I'm saying is credible. Because at the end of the day, this goes for everybody. Like, we all know what we've been through. We all know what happens on a day-to-day. We all know. We don't need validation from anybody at the end of the day. Like, as long as you know what is happening with you and you speak your truth and you walk in your truth, you lit. You know, can't nobody tell you what is going on with you, you know. And another thing, they started giving me all this medication, and I was on these pills, man, and it just made it worse, actually. You know what I mean? Like, it made it worse. It didn't do anything for me. I forget, you know, what the medications were, but, you know, it didn't help me at all. So I just stopped taking them, you know. It just wasn't for me, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. I see people talking about Instagram. Yes, I am on Instagram. It is Visions300, man. All of that information is in the description. If you guys look in the description, me and KRISTEN, both of our contact information, and the link to her amazing book that you guys need to go and purchase right now. You know, after the stream is over, you can click on it right now and cop it right now. It is definitely a great read. I'm definitely going to be buying 2, 3, 4, 5 copies. I want to get this book all over, man, because we all need to tell our story. And, you know, when you have somebody brave and beautiful enough to stand up and actually, you know, take those lemons that life threw at her and made lemon drops, you know, and made some lemon cookies. You know what I mean? We got to consume them, man, and we got to actually get the word out about this thing, man. So that's awesome, man. And I just, you know, I wanted to ask you a few questions, Cash. So, and I know everybody's situation is different. Everybody goes through different scenarios in their targeting. Has the sleep deprivation been an issue with you at all do you sleep good at night? Do you get good rest?
I do. I've always been a good sleeper. I've never had a problem.
Okay.
But when I first knew that it was happening, I was a little disturbed. So I would wake up at 3 a.m., the witching hour, and I couldn't fall back asleep. But now I'm on a regular sleeping schedule. That's very important to me. That's been something that I have maintained.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
But my dreams are very vivid.
Let's get into it.
I don't get the V2K that everybody talks about.
Oh,
and if anything,
man.
This experience has made me very, very conscious of my thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
Everything that I think is that my thought, you know. So I am very conscious of my thoughts. But what I'm worried about is, are they hitting me in my dreams with stuff? Are they trying to put things in my head in my dreams? Because my dreams are very vivid. I've had dreams and things have actually happened, manifested in my reality. One of the things was the bridge collapse in Genoa.
Really?
Italy.
Wow.
I did a report in my Italian class on Genoa, a specific city. It was supposed to be a region. I did Genoa, and then I had a dream about a bridge collapse, and then 2-3 days later, it happened.
Wow.
So, yes.
That was more like a prophetic dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have to be careful, though. I can't go around telling people, well, this is going to happen, because then they'll, you know, throw me in the loony bin. I can't go around talking about these things. But yes, that did happen, and I was very, very scared.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you have a gift.
Yeah. A little bit.
Maybe you have a gift.
I think everybody does. That's a targeted individual. I think that's the reason behind our targeting. The seers, basically.
Guys, you guys watching right now, do you guys share a similar experience with Cash as far as the dreams? You know, because I know we all get these dreams. I get these crazy dreams, but it hasn't been dreams that have manifested, right? Like, I don't get a dream like that. But I get a bunch of crazy dreams where I'm in scenarios where people are trying to kill me, people are after me, or I get placed around people who have done traumatic things to me, or sometimes have you ever, I've had dreams where, you know, somebody is physically trying to hurt me, and for some reason, like, I can't run, or I can't swing back, or like I'm paralyzed and I can't move or something like that. And everybody tuning in right now, you know, if you guys are having any kind of dreams or anything like that, type it in. I would love to, you know, just get your take on that and see what is going on. I did read in a comment earlier, Posh left a comment for you, Cash. She wanted to know, would you follow her on Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
Always, always. This is, you know, this is the place where we come together. This is the place where we, you know, we unite, we network, you know, we support, we uplift each other, man, and it's all good. And it's all good. Truth Serum, my boy, he says, the dog looked like some perp's face. Only some makes it obvious they are being remotely manipulated to some extent. Man, they're having some amazing conversations here in the chat section right now. Cash, have you had any interesting experiences with Facebook at all?
Yeah, I've had groups made about me on Facebook.
Oh man, wow.
Making memes and stuff, and then they'll send me the memes. Yeah.
Wow. That sounds like a smear campaign to me, my friend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a narcissistic smear campaign. I got it all going on over here.
Wow.
I got a narcissistic smear campaign. I have signs of human trafficking, cyber stalking, and I'm a targeted individual. And satanic ritual abuse as well. So I got it all.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Mike Adams says 3 a.m. Satan's hour. Or the witching hour. Some very occultic stuff. Some occultic stuff going on.
Yes, Mike Adams, you are right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am so sorry that happened to you, Cash. That is crazy. Self-Contented says spiritual warfare prayers are important to do anytime, anywhere. Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome comment. I definitely agree with that. Self-Contented. Truth says, let's see. He says yes. I get that too, Nexx. Yeah, man. Dreams where you can't fight or feel like you're stuck. Yes. Oh, my goodness, man. I get all kinds of crazy dreams at night, and that's when I can get to sleep. And I think, you know what, Cash? I think it's very important that we can come together on streams like this, and we can actually share our experiences. And this is just proof to show, because some people are thick-skulled, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I say thick-skulled because they're not open-minded enough to actually process that everyone's targeting is not 100% the same, you know? Like, everybody goes through different things, and
there's different facets of the targeting.
Yeah, and this is much needed so that we can actually listen with an open ear and actually learn from each other's experience, and not tell people, well, you're not a TI, you're such and such. Have you ever gotten any of that yet? Because
absolutely. I'm just doing it for attention. I just want to help my business out by being a TI. When that's not the case at all.
Right. Like, who would a sound right? Like, who would a sound logic business model mind would say, "Oh, I'm going to go to the TI community because that's going to help my business."
Yes.
Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Like,
the plight of a TI to boost my business.
That makes absolutely no sense at all. Like, absolutely no sense at all.
No. I think as much attention that can be brought to this is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's people out there, you have to remember, there's people out there with 9-to-5 jobs that if they do come and say something, I'm being harassed or mobbed at work, the job is most likely in on it, and they're going to say you're lying, go get help.
Right.
People can't come out and speak about this. So the people that can need to. I, fortunately, am one of those people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean, you get all kinds of, all kinds of energy, from, putting your story out or just being a content creator in general. Like, you don't even have to, be talking about the things that we're going through. Just if you just put yourself out there, you know, people just come out of the woodworks. But for us, you know, especially, you know, you just get all kinds of energy. And that's one thing that I, you know, coming into this whole TI community and sharing my experience and starting to put out videos, I had this thought in my head, Cash, that, you know, everybody will be so loving and understanding and supportive of what, you know, we each other are. And for the most part, people are. And we like everybody on this stream right now, big shout out to them. Those are amazing people. Like, we attract amazing people here. But then you have a group of people who are, you know, low-key racist. You know, we have racist TIs out here, Cash. Like,
well, that's one of the things I was accused of, being racist.
Oh,
that's
man.
one of the things. And my niece is half black, and I love that little girl to death.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, we have low-key racist TIs. We have, you know, people who just think that they know everything. Like, there's no such thing as directed energy weapons. Oh, this is all spiritual. This is that. And then you have other TIs like attacking other TIs and coming on, you know, live streams and saying this and that, and like talking to people all crazy, and, you know, and just telling people, oh, well, if you don't get the sleep deprivation, then you're not a real TI, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, wow, like, you know, it was just,
I'm more homeless than you. Like, come on,
yeah, you know, it's like some people are, you know, they target people differently. That, you know, some people are well off financially, but they're still targeted. They still go through things, and it's like,
it doesn't matter what your situation is. If you are speaking out, or if you have something in you that you can bring to the world that's against what they're trying to fulfill, you will be targeted. It doesn't matter who you are. Or what your social economic status is. There's doctors targeted.
Yeah, you know, there's
what you do too. And then, like, Silicon Valley, the tech industry, they have so many people being targeted because they know everything that's going on.
Yeah, you know, there's some TIs who are, you know, without anything, you know, like, who don't have anything, you know, like, you know, I went through it. I lost everything last year. I had nowhere to go. Like, I was out on the streets. Like, I had nowhere to go. There's some TIs who have millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, there's some TIs who can work a job. They're going through, and I think it's just mindful that, you know, we need to be, as a community, like, you know, who the real people who really care and who really out, you know, trying to do something about this and use their voice to just be mindful of what other people are going through, and have a, you know, open ear, 2 open ears to hear, you know, and just to show support anytime you can. I think that's very vital. You know, if we can come together as a community and do that, we will be so much more than, you know, what the situation is currently, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of people are so sketchy of, you know, even talking to other people. You know, people are afraid. Like, there's so many TIs on Instagram, and they are afraid. Like, they're scared to talk. They're scared to, you know, and they think everybody's a perp, and they think that, you know, everybody's not a perp. But, you know, I guess they have to just go through what they need to go through to get to the point where they, yeah. You
know, another thing that bothers me, people are like, oh, if you do this, it'll go away. It never goes away. It's spiritual in nature.
Oh, man. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. And it's like, you can't tell somebody else what, you know, what they can do to make things stop or whatever. Because each situation is tailored specifically for that individual. You know, so I just encourage everybody to, you know, speak their truth and tell their story, and, you know, not tell other people, you know, what they should do and what's not happening to them, and like, you know, that really sets people off.
Well, because it's mind control. It's part of mind control. It's trauma-based mind control is what it is taken out of. The things that they use to harass you are things that they found out about you. Like, for example, for me, a polka dot dress. I write in the book about a polka dot dress. That's what I first met my ex in. So when I go to church, I'll see 3, 4, 5 people in polka dots. Like, are all of them perps? Maybe not, but 1 or 2 of them are.
Right.
You know? I'm gang stalked at church, which is really sad.
It's happened. It's happened. To me, like, you know, when I first found out about what was happening, that was my first thought. Like, I need to contact the church about this. I need to tell them this. And you know what was their initial reaction, Cash? You know what they told me? Maybe you need to see a doctor. Maybe you need to get put on medication. Like, I was like, what? I was like, yo, I was sending them links to videos and, you know, Dr. Eric Karlstrom and all of these, you know, people who put the facts in, and they just was like, well, no, you know, maybe you need to see a doctor and get on some medication. And then, you know, I just kept at it. I kept at it, and I kept trying to contact this church because I used to work for this church, Cash, back in New York. I used to work for them, and I've seen these people, you know, like things have happened where people have got sick, and you know, these people came together, prayer warriors, and I seen God work miracles through this place, and I just felt like this was the place for me. Like, I felt like, you know, and I actually worked there. I actually had a job there, and I was employed there, and, you know, things was moving smooth. And, you know, when I told them about what was going on and that reaction that they gave to me.
It's on the news now.
Yeah.
It's being put on the news.
Yeah. It broke my heart, man. It literally, it did. It broke my heart. You know, they were saying, like, we'll send somebody over to pray with you, and then the guy never came. And I just kept adamant every week, because they have like a live stream where they have the church service, and then they have like a comment section like this. And I was typing in and, you know, trying to ask for prayer and things like that. And finally, the last interaction I had with the guy, he said, you know what? I think you were right about what you said. And he said, what if this thing never goes away? And I was like, I'm like, what if it never goes away? Like, I've been trying to tell you guys, like, we need to pray against this and that and that. And then they just kind of, like, just blew me off. Like, I just didn't, you know, like, I didn't even, like, I wasn't even a part of the church anymore.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, it broke my heart, man. It really did, but it does.
That's where you go. That's where you're looking to find some answers or some, you know, peace, and they're shutting you down like that. That's not, that's bad.
Yeah. Man, big shout out to everybody tuning in right now, man. Hopefully the audio is good. Everything is going. Everything is flowing. This is Next Time. This is the best time. This is the interactive podcast for you, the TI community, for people like me and you and Cash and Truth Report, Mike Adams, Void. Big shout out to Void. Oh, my boy, Void. I didn't even see you, man. Welcome to the podcast. Yeah. Oh yeah, we are getting it in, man. Cash, how has this, you know, this whole organized stalking thing, how has it affected your relationships as far as your friends and, you know, people who, you know, because we all grew up with people we thought were our friends, and, you know, some of them remain friends, some of them, you know, we don't talk to, or, you know, we met friends along the way. And things have happened. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure. How has this thing affected your relationships?
With friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so before this whole thing, my boundaries were a little weak. You know, I would give people chance after chance after chance.
Okay.
And now that I am where I am, I've developed a strong set of boundaries with people.
Okay.
I have 1 or 2 close friends down here that I enjoy spending time with.
Mm-hmm.
They've never really given me any indicators that they're perps or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've definitely become more selective. But I also know that anyone that has turned on me, they weren't my friend to begin with.
Yeah.
So just remember, if you are going through this, that when God reveals your enemies, that's when he is about to bless you. So let those people go. And that's the philosophy on that.
That's awesome. That was awesome. I gotta hit the button on that. That was awesome.
Yes.
Let those people go. That was awesome. That was awesome, man. Let's see here, man. My guy Truth Serum says, "Yo, Nexx, talk about the supercomputer." Man, have you heard anything about the extreme technology? My boy, Brian too gets into this a lot in his videos.
I know. I've seen some of his stuff. You know, I try not to really look too much into that because that's just a whole other level of targeting.
Yeah.
And like ideology behind it. When I first started looking into it and the simulated reality and, you know, these people are robots and stuff like that, I was like, wow, no wonder people think we're nuts. But now that I'm experiencing it and I'm like 7-8 months in it, it might be true. I don't want to look into it, but it's very possible. I put nothing past the world anymore.
Man, definitely, man. Like, they have these D-Wave computers and you know, the satellites and, you know, signals. That has a lot to do with the actual electronic harassment that we suffer through when we're feeling these frequencies and you know, with the what is that? The man, my brain is just like man, oh man, I can't even think about it right now, Cash. Where they can where they can read your thoughts, like they can see through your
remote neural monitoring.
Yeah, there you go, remote neural monitoring. Thank you, that was awesome. She remembered. Oh yeah, with the remote neural monitoring and, you know, all of that stuff. It goes into, you know, the electronic harassment. And that is one thing that I felt severely in Florida, Cash. Like when I was in Florida, I got stranded in the Tampa airport. And I was in there for days. Like, I mean, like 3 days I was in there because I was trying to get out of Florida. I wanted to get out of there. And just so happened all the flights were booked, all of them. Like when I was on my computer trying to book for all the flights were booked for like 2 weeks on my end of me seeing the computer. Or the flights that I saw were like $2,000 for one way ticket to, you know, somewhere close to like Atlanta or something. It was crazy how they had everything set up. So I ended up going to St. Petersburg and getting an Airbnb out there, and I stayed out there for a few days. And on the Uber ride, it's a bridge that you drive across. Like, I actually felt the frequencies in my joints, in my stomach. Like, it was painful. Like, my head was crazy. And like, I have never felt that so intensely on the move. You know, like actually in my house, like I felt that pain, but just on the go out there in Florida, like they have a serious structure down there where these cyber ops teams is going to war. And do you, like, as far as, you know, your electronics and your phones and your computers and things like that, do you experience any weird stuff going on there, like with your phones, like snapping pictures or text messages or getting weird calls or anything like that?
I do. I used to have a Text Now app, and I used to get calls from like 666 numbers.
Wow.
Like, yes. So that, what else? I know that there's some kind of spyware, malware, on my computer because, I have to block my internal webcam. I get like these little document things that pop up just out of nowhere on my computer. Okay. Just probably to like freak me out. Like maybe I'll call the cops and be like, oh, this popped up on my computer, and then they'll be like, oh, she's paranoid, you know, just stuff like that.
Wow. Yeah,
but
man.
I just ignore it. It's all psychological. You know, they can't touch you.
Okay. Definitely, man. That's awesome. That's a great thing that you said that, man, because, you know, when these things are happening, a lot of people, they focus on it. They focus in on it, you know, and that's all they think about. That's all they talk about. That's all they, you know, it's hard for them to look away and you know, put their focus on other things. But that's awesome, Cash, that you are able to, you know, in those moments when those things are happening, that you're actually able to ignore that. It's
hard, you know, but there's something, I've seen it all before. Okay. I know how they're trying to set me up, so it's easy to ignore. You know, nothing's happened the first 10 times they did it, so nothing's going to happen this time. And that's the mindset that you need to get in. Okay.
Definitely. That's awesome, man. I hope you guys are definitely paying attention to my amazing guest over here to the right. My good friend KRISTEN Ashley with the amazing YouTube channel. I just want to, you know, touch on a little bit of YouTube right now.
Oh, wait a second. Yes, the license plates. Somebody commented about the license plates. The license plates too.
Okay.
I've seen that. There's another TI that's had 6666666. Have seen that's a common occurrence as well. They'll be driving in front of in a Kia Soul. I see a lot of Kia Souls.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. With those license plates.
Yep, with 666 in the license plate somewhere. Yep.
Wow. Man, oh man. Posh says, I see a lot of Jeeps. Personal messages to me. That's right. No touch contact. Man, you guys are awesome, man. They've just lightened that comment section up. We are going hard today. I just want to, you know, touch on a little bit about YouTube, you know, because YouTube is an amazing platform for us to actually, you know, use our voice, tell our story, you know, whatever you do, like you can, you know, YouTube is definitely, and I give a big shout out to them, even though some, you know, outside forces are at play here. I don't want to give too much energy to them, but was that how you found out about, you know, this whole organized stalking thing? Was it something that you saw on YouTube?
Myself, well, I was like, something is not right here. And it was just synchronicities. A bunch of things were happening, and I couldn't put my finger on it. What it was, and then I did. I stumbled across a video on YouTube saying that gang stalking is satanic, demonic activity, and I watched the whole video, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening to me.
Right. I had a similar experience. You know, I was a channel that I saw on YouTube. There's a guy from Africa. His channel name was Targeting Must End. And I watched some of his videos, and I was like, wow, everything he was saying, I was like, wow, this is me. Like, this is happening to me, okay? And then I had a moment of clarity, because for the longest time, like, I thought I was crazy. You know, I thought I was literally just like, I believed what the doctors said. And like when you're hearing voices and all of this stuff is happening, you know, I really thought that, you know, that was what was it for me. But, you know, I had a moment of clarity. And then it came a point where I just was glued to it. Like I was watching everybody's videos, and you know, at the time this was like 2017, you know, and you know and big shout out to everybody, like, you know, who came before me, who came and made those videos and shared their story. And I'm just wondering, Cash, like, who are some of your favorite YouTube channels in the TI community that you subscribe to and like to watch?
In the TI community, you know, I kind of kept it I didn't want to watch a lot of videos. That's one thing that I didn't watch too many videos. I watched the first one, which was like about an hour long, and then I watched symptoms and signs, and that kind of gave me an overall thing. I'm trying to think of who I've seen. Jeremiah Cohen was one, and then there was Bella, maybe?
Bella. Oh, Bella is awesome. Yeah. She's from London.
Yes.
Yeah, Bella is so awesome, and her channel is awesome.
Yeah, she's very, she knows what's going on. She's very educated on the subject.
Oh,
but those were two people that I watched in the beginning.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now that now that you've come full circle and started, posting, I think that's awesome, that you are, using your voice, and you post quite frequently.
I do. I try to do one every day.
Yeah.
I try to hit on the spiritual and the physical, because it is both spiritual and physical.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Jeremiah Cohen, he kind of goes way into the spiritual, which is great. But there is a physical side of all of this.
Yes, there is. Yes. And I don't think that, those guys understand that part. Or maybe they do. I don't know, I don't, there's some tension there, but, God bless them, man. God bless everybody.
Yeah, definitely. No, they're very knowledgeable on the topic, but there's definitely physical forces at work here.
Yeah.
Our military is rooted in Satanism. If you just look up Lieutenant Michael Aquino, he is a psychological warfare specialist from the Vietnam War.
Right.
They were trained these things in the military, psychological warfare. So what makes you think that they wouldn't bring this on us now?
Right.
It's what they did to people in the Vietnam War. And who's gang stalking people? Vietnam vets.
Yeah. I mean, when you have people saying that the government isn't involved in it and there's no such thing as this and that, and telling people what their targeting is, I kind of stray away from that energy. You know what I mean? Because people know what they went through, and for somebody to come and tell you, like, that would be like me, Cash, telling you that, oh, that book that you wrote, it's all wrong. That guy really loved you. He wasn't this. And you're like, well, I lived this. Next, you can't tell me about it. A lot of those dudes do that, and it's just, it's I don't know. It's really upsetting, man, to a lot of people. We got a call right now, Cash. We got a call.
Sure.
Let's see here. What's going on, man? You on Next Time? Yo.
Yeah, how you doing that Next?
Hey, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Can you hear me? Oh, definitely, man. Awesome. Absolutely, man. Where are you calling from, bro?
Man, I'm in Long Beach, California, man.
Oh, big shout out to the LBC. Man, it's real out there in California, man.
Listen here, man. I wanted to let you know, man, I like the work that you're doing, man, and just keep it up, you know what I mean?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And big shout out to you, man. And
I wanted to say, we have a little delay on the thing, so it makes me stop talking.
Okay.
But I do want to say that, big up to all the TIs out there, first of all. Keep your heads up. This is a uphill battle. So is life. So we're going to keep pushing. And, and coach ourselves up and get the knowledge and stay spiritual as well. And get the knowledge and with the technology so we can better understand it. At least whatever we can learn off of YouTube is what we'll understand. That's 10% of the technology is there for us to learn anyway.
That's a fact.
Either way, there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of smart TIs out there that I've ran into that I was able to speak with and able to learn from. And so, we gotta, go through the differences. Some things don't sound right, some things do. But if somebody tried to explain targeting to you before we knew we were targeted, you would have probably thought they were not necessarily crazy, but you would probably think that it's something strange. Like, what are they talking about?
Right.
So I try to put my feet in other people's shoes when I try to explain this stuff and the tactics of gang stalking and stuff with the dudes and the remote neural monitoring and so on.
Yes.
And try to spoon feed, and be patient with some, especially family and friends.
Definitely, man. Yo, is this my boy Truth Serum, man? Is this Truth Serum?
Yeah, man, this is Truth.
Hey, that's my boy, man. What's been going on, bro? It's good to talk to you, man.
Hey, man, you know, it's pretty interesting, man. I did want to say, so people can hear and Cash can hear, that I think, like, with me, as I started to study this stuff and understanding how they can manipulate family and friends, I decided to take the route of, like, kind of staying away before things got sour, and I just deal with people on the phone and so on.
Okay.
It's a tactic I've been using for the last 3 years because I've been targeted roughly about 3 years.
Oh, okay. Man, that's all.
I don't know where that's gonna take me and if that's any good.
Okay.
But it's a tactic I've been using so far, just pushing forward.
Okay. Okay, definitely. Hey, Truth, did you know that there's gonna be a everybody's coming out to California, man. April 26th, 27th. We having a big rally out in Sacramento, man. You gonna pull up?
Absolutely, man. Scott Lewis had got with me with that. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was talking to some TIs out here in California. Shayla put my name and phone number on a new site.
Okay.
And I had over the last like 3 weeks, I had about 2 dozen TIs contact me.
Nice. How did that go, man? Is that going well for you?
Well, it's going okay. I mean, I'm a talker. I'm a by trade a drug and alcohol counselor, so I like to talk.
Okay, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
I know that some TIs kind of, I guess they feel a certain kind of way, and I know how that feels. They don't really trust, so they'll talk to me for like 30, 45 minutes.
Okay.
And I don't hear from them for 3 or 4 weeks, whatever.
Okay.
But that's the nature of this thing. That's the nature of the beast, and we all know that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, I'm gonna be there, bro. Like, I look forward to meeting you, man. I'm definitely gonna be at that rally, man.
We want to get we're trying to see if we can get some bands put together, get a couple of bands, and we can all head up there and share the costs and whatnot. So if there are TIs in California, in Los Angeles, Long Beach, San Diego, get a hold of me.
Okay.
Stanley Ford on Facebook. You can message me anytime. I can give you my phone number. My phone number is 213-423-8937.
Okay. Definitely. Yo, Truth, drop that in the comment section too, man. Definitely. Bro, T said 213.
Yeah,
yo,
I'll go ahead and drop it in there, Playboy.
Yo, 213, is that where Warren G and Nate Dogg, is that where they get that 213 from?
Nah. Warren G and Nate Dogg, they from the 562 right here, man.
Oh, okay.
20-person Lewis.
Oh, okay. Because I always hear them say 213 in their music. I think them and Snoop had a group called 213 before they got on. Yeah, man, that's lit, that's though, man.
Stuff, man.
That's lit.
I be trying to. Hey, let me ask Cash a question.
Okay. Shoot.
Yeah.
You there, Cash?
Yeah, she here. She's here, bro. She can hear you.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Cash, check this out. I mean, I'm just how would you say, just trying to understand this stuff. But with that supercomputer stuff, and do you kind of think like they're manipulating a lot of perps, or manipulating people that aren't necessarily perps or targets?
Okay, Cash, before you answer that, I just want you to know, Truth, when you hear her response, bro, you gotta hear it through YouTube. She's gonna answer your question now, right now, okay, bro?
Okay.
So do I think that, what did he ask me? If I think that perps and TIs are run through the supercomputer.
You wanna ask her that question again, bro, one more time?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you think that public, that the general public is being manipulated by this technology. You know, we know TIs are being manipulated. We know perps, at least I think perps are being manipulated. But do you think some of the general public that have no knowledge of this technology is being manipulated?
Good question.
Yeah. You know, I don't really get too much into the supercomputer, you know, but do I think they're being manipulated as, like, forced to participate in gang stalking? Is that what you're asking? Is that what he's asking?
It doesn't have to be necessarily forced to do gang stalking. But perhaps just in their daily lives and their, you know, as far as like brain mapping, recording people and throwing the thoughts back at them, you know, emotions and whatnot.
Yeah, you know, I do feel that. I feel like social media is a way that they manipulate our emotions, definitely. I feel like we are being manipulated on a mass scale, but through social media, through the media, through different outlets. I think that we're all under some form of mind control. If you know anything about MK Ultra, like the 6 different stages, we're all under some type of control.
Right. Yo, I definitely agree. I definitely think so. There's a movie that depicts that, where they're sending all kinds of frequencies throughout the hoods and making black people violent and making people go shoot things up. And I believe that, bro. Like, I believe that they are beaming frequencies to do mass, you know, population, well, not population, but mind control. I believe that's definitely happening. And there's a movie called Control Factor. I need everybody to check that movie out, man, because it definitely depicts that. There's several scenes in the movie where they're beaming frequencies from those the cell phone towers, and people are mind controlled to beat up people and shoot and kill. And I believe that, bro. I think you're onto something there. Honestly.
You know, it's just one thought. I'm not going to hold you guys long. Your time is precious, and you guys are doing some awesome work.
It's all good, bro.
I'd like to take one love to you guys, man. Bless up.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's all good, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. And you know, this podcast is for us, man. It's for all of us. It's for us to call in, talk, and you know, this is what we do. Truth. We got to give them that truth serum, you know.
For sure, though, Nexx.
Yes, sir. Man, okay, yo, I'm looking forward to seeing you out there in California, man. And
all right, stay blessed up, y'all.
Yeah, man. Call up anytime we live, man. I would love it, man. Call us up. Say what's up. You know, big shout out to every TI out there. Big shout out to everybody in California. Remember what Truth Serum said. Hit them up if you guys are in California and you guys are trying to get to the TI Springtime Rally that is going to be in April 26th and 27th, man. They're gonna find a way for you guys to get there if you guys don't have the you know, the funds or the transportation to get there. Truth, I tip my hat to you, bro. That's an awesome thing that you're doing out there in Cali, man.
Hey, thanks, you guys.
Always, man. God bless you, bro. That's my guy, man. Big shout out to Truth Serum, man. That was amazing. I gotta give it amazing. Man, big shout out, man. That might have been the call of the day. That's my guy, man. Big Truth Serum, man. And if you guys are just now tuning in, this is Next Time. This is the best time. This is the podcast for the people. This is the podcast for the TI community. This is where we're going to talk about those things. We're going to have the conversation here. We don't want you guys to be afraid. This is where we can escape the isolation. We can come together. We can connect. I always encourage people to, come together and talk about these things, you know, and because this isolation, man, it's so crazy that, you know, we go through this isolation, man. And uh-oh, Cash, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. Oh, there you go. Your camera turned off.
Back on?
Yeah, something happened. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
this is a place where we can do that, man, and we're gonna do that. And you know, I just feel blessed to be able to do that, man, and to have this platform here where we can actually, you know, discuss these things. And Cash, I was wondering, man, do you deal with the isolation at all?
Yes. When I first started this process, I shut myself down completely.
Wow.
I did not want to associate with anybody, really. I'm now, I know I need to get back out to people. I know I need to get back out to socializing and stuff, but it's hard, you know, because you just don't know who you can trust.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. But just like I say, man, I always say trust is earned. You know what I mean? Trust is earned, and that's something that, you know, as human beings, you know, we get to see who people are by, you know, our interactions. And I just want to encourage everybody not to be, you know, not to be afraid to talk to other people, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are afraid, man. And, oh, wait a minute. Big shout out to Seldridge Walker. I see you, Seldridge. Big shout out to Lindy. Man, welcome, guys, to the podcast. This is the Next Time podcast. Yeah. Big shout out to everybody watching right now, tuning in, typing up, calling up. Big shout out to my guy again, Truth Serum, man. He was amazing on that call. That's my guy, man. He shows a lot of love, and I know a lot of people. Yep, and he put his phone number and contact information. If you guys are in California again, and you're gonna make it out to, you want to make it to the springtime rally, we're gonna be talking about a lot about that rally on this channel and on other channels. And Cash, you think you might want to make it out to the rally next month? Or?
In California?
Yeah, yeah.
When is it?
It's going to be April 26th and 27th.
I can definitely try.
In Sacramento. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be a lot of, you know, amazing people there, and it's going to be an event to remember for, you know, for the ages, man. And if you guys are close in the proximity, man, I would just, man, want to, you know, encourage everybody to come out, man, and, you know, let's do something about this, man, and actually use our voice and speak out against this, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Man. A good friend of mine, Dr. Tomo Shibata, is coming out with a bill, is working on, you know, getting a bill to protect, you know, TIs out there in California. And we got to stand behind her, and we got to support her, man. And, you know, it's a big deal. You know, somebody is actually really trying to do something about this thing. So we got another call coming in. The hotline is on fire tonight. Thank you guys for calling in and being a part of it. Let's see what's going on here, Cash.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for calling in, man. You are on Next Time. How you doing, caller?
Hi. I have one question.
Okay.
For Cash. Hello?
Yep, we're here.
Hello?
Yep, we're here. Can you hear?
Barely? Okay, I have one question for Cash. Was she pulled out of school, or did she get any chicken pox or anything like that when she was like 3rd, 4th grade?
Did I get chicken pox?
Yeah, when you were in the 3rd or 4th grade.
You know, but I never had chicken pox.
She never had chicken pox. Are you still there? Are you still there, caller?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she said she has never had the chicken pox ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say I'm in Colorado. I'm going to the rally if she wanted to help drive.
That's awesome. That is awesome, man.
Can I ask why she asked about chicken pox?
Yeah, Cash wants to know how come you wanted to know about chicken pox. Is that something that you went through as a kid?
Yeah, that's something that several TIs tell me.
Oh, okay. Do you think that has a connection to your targeting in somehow? The chicken pox? Oh, okay. Okay. She said she's not sure. She just wants to know.
A lot of us have, they pulled us out of school for something for a class. Perhaps you're studying art. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. And you said you're from Colorado?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. She said you.
Laura.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Definitely.
Wait, what?
Can you speak a little louder?
No, it's not letting me. Apparently, it's not letting me. It's all the way up. So I'll let. Yeah, I can't. And it's. Sorry, but.
Okay.
Oh, Seldridge, I agree. We are targeted for our bloodlines. I saw that comment. Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, definitely. Caller, I'm sorry, I can't really hear you too clear.
I know, sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, it's really low on your end, the volume. I don't know. I'm all turned up over here. Okay. Are you still there? Okay, I guess that caller. Well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we that was awesome though. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's a first though, Cash. I've never heard of anybody, connecting the targeting to chicken pox. Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
I've heard negative blood, or I heard Reese's negative O blood type. I've heard a lot of things about bloodlines, Hebraic, or however you say it.
Yeah.
Bloodlines, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Which that would make sense to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Big shout out to Seldridge Walker, man. He had they had that comment about the bloodlines. He says, next, we are targeted for our bloodlines. Man,
yep, the RH negative, I agree.
Yeah, and let's see here. Truth Report says, I can't wait to talk about my chickenpox testimony. All right. All right, we got another caller coming in right now. Let's see here. Hey, what's going on? You on Next Time?
Hello, Next Time.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, P? This is my friend right here. P, what's going on?
I want to say hi to you again, and I want to say they're not letting me watch y'all. They keep messing with my video while I'm trying to watch y'all.
Okay.
But I am a targeted individual in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And I did not and do not consent to what they're doing to my body. They are attacking me day and night. And night and day, I had a stalker waiting outside of my car when I just left my sister's house about an hour ago. And I just wanted this audio recorded, and I just want to say good luck and be safe to your guests.
Definitely, definitely. This is my friend right here. This is Paula Bannister, man. She has an amazing. She shared her testimony on Meeks B's channel. If you guys want to check her out, you go to my friend Meeks B's channel and you type up Paula Bannister's story. She has a 3-part amazing testimony on there. You guys are gonna actually see her on Next Time. Pete, thank you for calling, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
We gotta. Yo, I'm gonna. Go for it, P.
I was trying to watch y'all. I'm trying to watch y'all, but they keep hacking the phone. They're not letting me, so I had to call in.
Okay, definitely, yo. I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man. We gotta set something up. We gotta get one going.
Yeah, I have to get the word out. I have to get the word out. Yeah, they're coming strong at me. I have some things to tell you what happened this weekend too. So, good luck with the show. I'm gonna keep trying to watch it though.
Okay, definitely, man. God bless. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, God bless y'all too.
All right, cool, man.
God bless.
That's my homie right there, man. Big shout out to P. Did he run the city? That was awesome. Man, we got some awesome comments here. Let's go to the comment section right now. Self-Contended says, in reality, perps are suffering more.
I agree.
I definitely agree with that. Let's see here. Mike Adams says, true. Truth Serum says, perps are slaves. Michelle says, I'm looking forward to hearing what she has to share. Oh, man, it's awesome, man. She is definitely awesome. She is definitely been through some things. Self-Contended says, walk in power and authority in Christ. They perps poop their panties and run. Definitely. Mike Adams says, these perps want us to be afraid to interact with other people, especially other TIs. That is a fact right there. Mike Adams, that is a fact, man. And that's one thing that, you know, I just want to encourage people because, I don't know, you know, some people are just socially awkward, you know, and that is, if you ask me, you know, that's not me like trying to downplay anybody or say that I'm better than anybody, because I'm not better than anybody. It's just something internal inside when you have communication issues that you need to work on. You know, you can pray about that. You can work on that. You can work through that issue. And the only way to do that is, you know, with yourself and God and through other people, you know, by getting over that. And at the same time, you know, people think that everybody's a perp. Like, did you ever go through that stage, Cash, where you thought everybody was a gang stalker and everybody was this and everything, and the leaves were green and it's talking and da-da-da, and the squirrel is a gang stalker and everything? Like, did you ever go through that stage?
I mean, you don't know who to trust at first, but then once you like learn more about what's going on and feel like the vibes, and then you realize that there are synchronicities that coincidentally do happen, you kind of just, it puts your mind at ease a little bit, and you just, not everything is what it seems.
That's a whole fact. That is a whole fact. Soldiers Walker says, there is strength in numbers. There's strength in your numbers. Man, I appreciate that. There's definitely strength and power in numbers. And that's why it's important for us to get this movement started. The TI Live Matters movement, man, and be a part of it, man, and actually walk it and live it and scream it out and hashtagging on every social media site and every TI video, and just, you know, show support for what everybody's doing, man. And, I just think that's very important, man, because it's a lot of different pockets, right, in the TI community. You got a bunch of TIs who just do conference calls. Then you got a bunch of TIs over here who just think that this thing is just spiritual and there's no director in it. And then you have a bunch of TIs over here who are, I question whether they are TIs or not. I don't call out anybody's name or anything, but when they're just talking crazy, and I don't know if these people are being mind controlled, or when they're just attacking other people and saying, oh, this one, that Nexx, he's not real, he's a such a, look at his dollar symbol, or this and that, and blah, 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 and, you know, and it's just like, you know, if I think we need to just kill all that negativity and kill all that nonsense, or just wean out the tares, right? Wean out the tares, man, and let's really come together and really fight against this thing and really do the right thing, man. My boy Kevin, man, he's got an awesome channel. You know Kevin Meredith, Cash, my guy, the Existential Way. You have to subscribe to him, man. He said it's not that everybody is a perp, it's just that there's not enough people who care in general. I agree. You know, it's not too many people do care, but there, you know, we have. I feel like I focus on the people who do care. You know, that's why I do what I do. That's why I tell my story. You know, and the people who don't care is just like, you know. But I totally agree with Kev, man, 100%. That's my guy. He's in California. He's got an awesome channel, Cash. Kev, I gotta get you on. I actually hit you up today, Kev. I was trying to call you today, man. We got to get you on next time, man. And anybody that's tuning in right now, man, if you guys want to be a guest on Next Time and come on the podcast at any point, you guys can hit me up anytime. Skype, Hangouts, email, whatever, you know, you could leave a comment on my video, you know, hit me up. The number that on this stream, the number of streams across, you guys can call that number anytime, reach out to me. And I think it's important, you know, for us to have forums like this and to have, you know, podcasts where we can get together and talk and connect, and you know, because it's awesome, you know, when you connect with other people that you can relate to, you know, what each other is going through, you know, and not at any point in my mind am I, you know, questioning anybody and who I talk to, or, you know, this one's a perp and that one's a such and such. Like, I'm not like that at all. Like, I feel like those conversations are a waste of time, maybe a little bit mind control to further, you know, T.I.'s isolation. You know, because at the end of the day, it's a choice. It really is. Like, it really is. Like, it really is, honestly.
I've been accused of being a perp multiple times.
Yeah.
I get accused of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what, Cash? Like, when I came to your channel and I saw what you were doing, I knew instantly. Like, I felt the connection there. I'm like, okay. She's awesome. Like, she's definitely, you know, I can feel people's energy, you know what I mean? And I'm not always 100% right. Maybe I'm 99.9% right. I don't know. You know, but, you know.
No, it's just very frustrating to be called a perp when you're going through something.
Yeah. I mean, it's happened to me several times. It's happened. And, you know, initially, the first few times that it did happen, it infuriated me. Like, I was enraged because it's like, what? Like, I've been through all of this stuff. You gonna disrespect me like that? You gonna call me a perp? Like, what? Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but then I got to learn that, you know, I know what I went through, right? And at the end of the day, like, I don't need validation from anybody. You know, I don't. You know, especially, like, I don't need critics. I don't need nobody's negative energy. Like, if it's anything negative, they coming at me with, I don't need it. I don't need it. Yeah. Honestly, like, I know what I've been through. I know God knows. You know, and I'm just gonna continue to walk my walk and tell my truth and talk my talk and tell my story and show the people, like, you know, and show the people and lead by example. You know, and do my best to be the best person I can, no matter what's happening around me. So if people want to believe that, you know, whatever, I'm a perp or whatever the case may be, God bless them. You know, God bless them. You know, it is what it is. It just lets me know that, you know, I believe that they insert certain personalities in these TI communities to do that, to constantly say, this one's a perp, that one's a perp, everyone's a perp, blah, 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 blah. You know, I've watched videos on YouTube where people are attacking other TIs and say, this one's a perp, blah, blah, blah. And if you ask me, that's perpy.
Yeah.
You know, that's the perpy, you know, activities, if you ask me. And I just, like, you know, I just stay away from it. You know, I just try to not even indulge in it or watch it, or, you know, I don't want anything to do with that type of energy. It's not for me, and those are not people that I want to be around. You know, you just pray for them, and you just keep doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, and that's for anybody that out there that's going through that. You know, and you know what you've been through, right? Like, you don't need validation from anybody. As long as you know, and God knows, you solid, you straight. You know, and it's going to be, and I just learned that it's, no matter what, even outside of this organized stalking thing, you know, it's going to be people who are for you, and it's going to be people who are against you. That's just, that's life. That's right. That's just life. And at the end of the day, you know, I live for the people that's for me. I live for me. I live for the Most High, you know, and I live for those people who are for me because I'm for them. You know, we are for them. You know, that's why we do what we do. That's why we make these videos. That's why, you know, we spend hours putting together these broadcasts, even though they try to come against them and do little things, and we still persevere. We just keep things moving, and we just, you know, that's all we know. You know, and that's just what we're going to do. And big shout out to everybody who support. You know, I just have a big place in my heart for, you know, the people that's rocking with us, you know, and the lurkers. And how about, you know, do you get the people who just come on your videos and just smash the thumbs down, or, you know, they leave crazy? How do you deal with that? Like,
what people, I mean, there's haters everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you've got haters.
Yeah.
Anything, I could say the most profound thing ever, and somebody would dislike it just because it's me.
Yeah.
You know? So it is what it is. I don't really care. It just, it really bothers me when people come on and say, oh, she's a perv, because I'm not. And, you know, maybe in a time, in a spiritual sense, before I woke up, maybe I was unconsciously doing perpy things, you know, because that is an aspect of it, the Jezebel spirit, you know.
Okay.
Unconsciously doing these things under that influence.
Okay.
But no, I'm not contracted by anybody or anything like that. So.
Okay. Okay, I definitely believe that, man. Have you, you know, I think that, you know, like what I was saying about earlier, like how we have these different pockets of TIs, you know, and, you know, some are enemies. Like, I think it's a divide and conquer thing, and I think if we can outsmart the enemy, right, and to just step away from that ignorance and to just step in love, like, you know, we would be unstoppable.
Yeah. As
a whole, as a force, as a unit, you know what I mean? Because, you know, if you think about it, the way they target us and the way they harass us and the gang stalkers, they work in unison. Like, they work together. Like, when you turn off one street, here come another one coming up, and they know what you got on. They know, and you know, you get off the phone, just like you said earlier, like when you sent those text messages, and next thing you know, people were talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, they work in unison. They work together. Why can't we work together?
Right.
Why can't we? Can we? I feel like we can. Like, why can't we work together?
We do. We need to. We need to start something. Yeah, what he said, self-contented hive mind. They do. They have like a hive mind. Yeah. It's it's part of mind control programming, actually. The theta stage of the mind control programming is the psychic ability and the telepathic ability.
Right.
So they do have a hive mind.
Oh yeah. And that's another thing, you know, Bella. Big shout out to Bella too, man, from the UK. She dives into that really deep in some of her videos, man. Like, her channel was one of the channels that I found and that really just, you know, opened my eyes to a lot and really taught me a lot. And she hasn't really been posting too much lately, man. I just, you know, want to send prayers up for her, and I hope she's doing, you know, exceptionally well, man. And you know, Bella, if you are watching, man, post a video or something, man. Let us know you're okay, man. And, you know, we love you, man. You got people out here who really love and care about you, man. Let's see here, man. Lindy Ellinger says, they never let me sleep, so I feel rested. Man, yeah, you got a lot of TIs like me. Like, you know, I have a crazy sleeping pattern. Like, sometimes I don't sleep, sometimes I do, sometimes I'm up. And the funny thing is, Cash, I don't know if this is like that for you, but like, I can never, like, you know how some people say, they get tired and they lay down and they're ready to go, they say their prayers or whatever, meditate or whatever they do, and then they go to sleep. Me, I'll be up, and then next thing you know, boom, I'm out, and I don't even realize it. Has that ever happened with you? Have you ever had that, you know, situation where, or do you get tired, like, and then,
as in like lucid dreaming almost?
No, it's like 1 minute I'm awake and I'm fully alert and I'm ready to get things done, and then the next thing you know, boom, I'm out. And it's usually when I have stuff planned or when I want to do something, or if I'm trying to, you know, work on something or get something done, I'll be like, yeah, I'm up. And then next thing you know, boom, I'm out. And I'm like waking up like 4 hours later, crazy dream, head feel like it's microwaved. Does that ever happen to you at all, or?
No, I mean, I'll have times where I'll be sitting and watching TV, and then I'll be on my phone, and then I'll be very tired, and I will fall asleep, you know, and I'll be like, whoa, that was weird, but I've never had where, you know, I was planning to go out and fell asleep like that, no. But I'm sure, you know what, anything that you say is possible, because I've heard so many different things. Yeah. Everybody's targeting is different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Is there any, you know, any outrageous stories that you can share with us as far as, like, you know, your gang stalking has been, you know, anything that was just totally mind-blowing that you want to share?
I would say the day, I don't know, I posted a video, and it was something, I guess, that people didn't really like. And the next day, everybody was dressed in black. And then I turned around a corner. I actually have a video of it on my
on your
YouTube
channel?
On my channel.
Nice.
I turned the corner or whatever, and there was a guy with a bladed weed whacker still spinning, walking towards me.
Wow.
So, yeah. So that was like an intimidation, harassment, I think, to stop making videos, but I'm still making videos.
Wow. That's right. That's right. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. You heard her, guys. She's making videos. She's still making videos, man. And you can subscribe to her channel right now. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. The link is in the description right now to her amazing YouTube channel. Let me see here. I think I saw my friend New Creation. Is New Creation here? Yes, New Creation is in the building. New Creation, welcome to the podcast. I didn't see you. Yeah. Man, this is Next Time. Next Time. This is the best time. This is the podcast for the people, guys, for the TI community, okay? I am your host, Next Level, okay? To the right of me is my friend, my amazing friend, KRISTEN Ashley, a.k.a. Cash, okay? Guys, she has an amazing YouTube channel. She has an amazing book that she wrote, guys. The link to that book. What's the name of that book again?
Escaping Possession.
Escaping Possession. It's all about her journey. She got sucked into the honey trap like we sometimes do. We've gone through this thing. Guys, everybody watching right now, who here has gone through the honey trap crap with this whole organized stalking thing? If you have, type it in the comment section. We would love to hear about it. Give us a call up right now. We would love to hear about it. Cash has been through this thing, and it hurt. I'm pretty sure it definitely hurt your heart to go through that. You must have really loved this guy, Cash.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was in a vulnerable position. I had left another relationship, you know, and he probably smelled that on me from a mile away. So I kind of fell into it, and course of a year, I was put through more things than I had been put through in my entire life. And this was a means to traumatize me, to trauma-based mind control, to get the mind control, the things that they were going to use to harass me later. Because all the stuff that happened in the relationship, it was as if he told somebody about what happened, you know, and it was being used on me later. So,
man, oh man.
There was a few incidences that happened. I don't know. You have to read the book.
Yes, you guys have to read the book. It's really juicy, man, and it's just, you know, it's a love story, and it's a story of, you know,
tragic, a nightmare.
right. It definitely is, man. And let's see here. What's the number next? Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. The number is streaming across the bottom here. I just looked at the comment. The number is definitely streaming across the bottom. It's a 314 number. I don't know it off cap right now. But, you know, if you guys have been through the honey traps, you know, let us know what's going on right now. Let's see here. Type it in the comment section right now. Let's see here, man. I've definitely been through it. I mean, I've even questioned, Cash, every relationship that I've been in. I don't think any of it was organic. I don't think it was real. You know, like, I know they send people to sabotage and to hurt. They know what type of people we're attracted to. Like, you know, because before this whole targeting thing goes overt, you know, before it goes covert, really, it's covert, you know, and they're studying and they're watching us and, you know, investigating, and they know what we like, and they know, you know, and it's just like, man, you know, I really thought about it, you know, because you know, we love hard, you know, TI is like, we're genuine people, you know, we love hard, and we've been hurt so much, and Tanya says, cameras all in the house. Yes, man, we've gone through the cameras in the house thing, man, and, you know, things have happened so crazy, man, and, I just...
People in your church will set you up. I'm sorry, I just saw that comment. People in your church, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's all good. It's all good, Cash. This is what we do. This is what we do here. Selgis Walker, big shout out to Selgis Walker. He says, people in your church will set you up. Man. Oh, man, do you have any, has that ever happened to you, Cash? You want to talk about that a little bit?
I can just tell when I'm in the church that there are people that are perps.
Yeah, definitely. I've experienced that too on numerous occasions, man. And I've even had, you know, I've even watched some TI videos where people have made videos talking about how they just didn't want to go to church anymore. You know, and they're like, I don't want to go to church anymore. And just due to that.
They want to keep you out of the church. They want to target you there because they want to keep you out of the church. They want to keep you away from the truth. Yeah. And that's where the truth is in the church with Jesus Christ and God. Yeah. So that's why they do it there. Yeah. They want to distract you from that.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, about these honey traps, you know, I know a lot of people go through, you know, these honey trap situations. I just want to encourage everybody not to, you know, not to give up on love, you know, because there's somebody out here that's really for you.
That's
you know,
real, yes.
You're right. And you don't want to let that past situation ruin what might be your destiny, you know, somebody who you destined to be with, you know, and somebody who will love you just as much as you will love them, you know. So I will just encourage everybody to just leave the past in the past and keep putting one foot in front of the other and never give up on love. You never know, you know, it might be around the corner. You know, you might be in the chat room right now with, you know, somebody who, you know, you might potentially end up with. You never know. You never know. So just keep an open mind and know, because I know that God is for me, man. And I know that, you know, he didn't create us to just suffer and be alone and go through this crap. You know what I mean? Yeah. I really feel like that inside. There's some people who just broken and just gave up on love and just gave up on life and everything. And, you know, I've been through that phase, but I quickly came out of it. You know what I mean? There's love in my heart, man, even though I've been through so much and I've been through the honey traps and I've been, you know, smeared and I've been through the worst, you know, but I don't like to stay there and just keep talking about that. But I will talk about it, though. I just want to talk about it from an overcoming, from, you know, from a victor standpoint, not a victim standpoint.
Not a victim, right. Yeah. Survivor.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, guys, please, man, don't give up on love, man. It's definitely real love out here for you, man. And, you know, just keep stepping in the name of love. That's what I say. Step in the name of love.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Man, if you guys are now tuning in, if you just now tuning in, this is the Next Time podcast. This is what we do here on the channel, man. I have an amazing guest, my good friend Cash, a.k.a. Kristen Ashley. Man, Cash.
Thank you. I appreciate that new creation. That's nice to say.
Well, new creation says, Cash, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. That is, I definitely agree with that.
Thank you.
I definitely agree with that. Big shout out to Lindy. Lindy says, good night, guys. God bless, and may the peace of Jesus be with you all. Stay close to him so no one takes our crown.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I like that.
All right. Self-Contended says, they want me to be romantically involved with their tools. Man, oh man. Definitely, man. Robin Hood. Big shout out to Robin Hood. He says, to what extent have the perps gone overt on you guys? That is a great question.
It's been pretty overt.
That is a great question. I mean,
pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, like, I have so many stories. Like, I actually have footage of these things happening. Like, I have videos that I put up where stuff was happening. Like, you know, like, these people actually came for me. Like, they have made several attempts on my life. Several attempts. in the street, like these people came for me, man. And, you know, at the same time, like I wasn't scared. I wasn't afraid. But, you know, they followed me everywhere. They pointed, you know, I went through the workplace mobbing. Like, has that been a thing with you, Cash? Have you ever went through any workplace mobbing?
I'm set up at my events that I do. I staff events and stuff.
Okay.
I have a few employees that were contacted and brought in on my targeting. So.
Yeah, man.
I had one recording my conversations. Like, we would have conversations and she would like bait me into saying things.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was taking like excerpts from the conversations out of there.
Yeah.
What we were talking about, I don't know. But yeah, so I have had workplace harassment anywhere I go. School, anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like the lessons are like geared towards my harassment.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. It is, man. This thing has went crazy. Soldiers Walker, big shout out to you. He said blacklisting, smear campaigns, all of it, man. I was, you know, and then at the same time, the people who were around me that I thought were friends. This was before I even knew about this, Cash. Like, you know, and everybody tuning in right now, the people who were around me, who were placed around me, who I thought were friends, were all in on it, you know, at some point in time. You know, there was this crazy thing happening to me with Facebook. I actually made a video about it. It's one of my earlier videos. Don't really have too many views, but, you know, I used to be heavy on Facebook. I used to love Facebook, and I was always on it, posting selfies, and, you know, I thought I was cool, and, you know, I would post my music on there, and I would try to meet girls. Well, I met girls and things like that. They were perps. Like, it was really crazy, but, you know, it came a point where, like, at some, like, I think it was like 2015, I started getting, like, I'm talking about 30, 40 requests a day from people that I didn't even know they were out in Seattle. Like, I've never been to Seattle. I don't know nobody in Seattle. I don't even know. But, you know, everybody who sent me requests, I would just accept them because I used it as a tool. I used to, you know, post music, and I wanted, you know, to be this big rap star, and I had the dream, right? And so I just accepted everybody. And then, you know, I mean, every day, Cash, I was getting 30, 50 requests from all these people in Seattle. And I was like, I was thought to myself, I'm like, why are these people from Seattle? Like, it just was odd. It stuck out. And I was like, so, you know, maybe I would say a couple weeks later, you know, and even every day that led up to the couple weeks, I would get requests from people from Seattle. I was just thinking, I'm lit in Seattle. Like, man, I should go out there and do a show or something. You know, I'm like, all these people from Seattle, like, out of nowhere. So next thing you know, I would get on Facebook, and I was around this certain person who was involved in it, right? Just switched up after a while, and I was on Facebook, and I would scroll down the feed, and people would post like right away. You know how you can, well, back then, I haven't been on Facebook in a long time, but as soon as I would scroll, somebody would post like, oh, he's on, guys. And then it'd be like, boop, oh, he's got a white hat, a white do-rag and a black hat. Like, and I'm like, what the hell? And I would keep posting like, oh yeah, he's looking around the room now. And they would be posting about what I was doing, or just saying vulgar things and disrespectful things, and it was about me. And then the person that was supposed to be my friend at the time was sitting there smirking and laughing while I'm sitting there panicking, like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? And they were in on it. You know what I mean? I was like, it was a joint effort for these people like harassing me and gang stalking me on Facebook. And I didn't even know, like, I had no clue what a gang stalk was. Like, this was like 2015, 2016, you know, back then. And I was just like, whoa. And it freaked me out so bad that I just stopped using Facebook. This was like, you know, like a whole year had went by, you know, by the time
Facebook.
Yeah. By the time
Smart idea.
Yeah, I just didn't use it. I was like, it's quiet. I don't even want to touch it anymore. Like,
they're having all those problems now anyway, though. Like with Facebook, everybody's leaving Facebook. It's not even worth it anymore.
Yeah, and then I found out years later that Seattle is like one of the major hubs for targeting, and they got some extensive stuff going on out in Seattle. Like, you know, this guy posted a video about the security, you know, that he worked for a security firm out there, and they were, you know, shipping people to Seattle and making them homeless and hitting them with directed energy weapons. And it's like a major hub. It's like one of the worst places in the country, you know, to be a TI in Seattle. And it all made sense. I was like, oh, that's why all those people from Seattle were sending me 50, 40 requests every day. I was like, oh my God, it made sense. Everything made sense.
Do you ever feel like, somebody said something about the dark web. Do you ever feel like we're like celebrities on the dark web? Somebody said that to me once, and it kind of made sense.
You know,
like they sell our information on the dark web or something? Or is that more like a human trafficking link?
Man, oh, look at that. We got a new subscriber. Let's see here. Targeted in, what's that? In West Aus? Just leveled up. Thank you for joining the family, my G. Yeah. You are part of the family now. Thank you for subscribing. We got a new subscriber. Big shout out to you, man. But yeah, man, I believe that could be possible, you know, because they got a lot of stuff going on the dark web, you know, like, I talked to somebody today, a good friend of mine's, and there were cameras installed, like they get cameras installed in people's houses, and what happens is they sell information, like they sell like, I don't know, like links to people's houses, you know, where people can watch, through the dark web. You know, and there's all kinds of slander, and there's all kinds of, you know, you know, perverted, dirty things that are happening on that dark web. And it could be possible, man. We could be, you know, celebrities or
in the underground. Yeah. They watch every move that we make. People know me. I go to New York and people know who I am. I'm not a famous person. Right. And it was like everywhere I went, like they already knew, you know, like. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I was in Ohio, you know, and it was like severely targeted out there. Like I was getting death threats and everything. It was insane out there in Ohio. Yeah. And I got on a bus, and this guy was like, next level, blah, blah, blah. Like he kept saying the next level, like blah, 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 next level. I'm like,
Ohio and Miami are very into the Book of Enoch and the dark, the fallen angels.
Yeah.
They're very big into that. So if you get a chance, look into some Book of Enoch videos. It'll explain the spiritual side of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's just, man, I mean, I could go on for days and days about, you know, these experiences here. Big shout out to Shaka Khan, man. I see you, bro. Welcome to the podcast. Yeah. Shaka Khan. He says, I say things out loud about gang stalkers and FBI agents that are true and embarrassing about them for the web to hear. And True Serum says, The Truman Show. That's Truman Show. Oh, big shout out to Cyber Reconnaissance. Cyber Recon, we must protect cyber reconnaissance at all costs. Welcome to the podcast. Let's go. Man, we are lit right now, Cash. This is Next Time. This is the best time. This is the podcast. This is the podcast for the TI Community Interactive Podcast, guys. This is for you, for the people, guys. If you are rocking with us, let us know right now. Call us up. Let us know what's going on. If you got any questions for me or for Cash right now, hit us up right now. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, hit us up right now, man. This is the interactive podcast for you and me. If you guys right now, what I need you guys to do right now is check out that book. Cash, show them the book one more time. The amazing book. My friend wrote this book. about her experiences escaping possession. And you know, if she did it, you guys can do it too, man. I want you guys to be inspired. Like, look what she did. She turned lemons into lemonade, right? She took her experience and actually wrote a book about it, man. And we need to support her on that, guys. We definitely need to do that. Big shout out to Robin Hood, man. Big shout out to Robin Hood. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Yeah. Robin Hood says, I have had book of matches levitating, jumping from my hand while I was smoking a cigarette, going through intense remote neural parola. What is that? Parola? What the? Oh my God. Have you ever had anything like that happen? He said he had a book of matches levitating, jumping from his hand while he was smoking a cigarette.
No, nothing like that.
Man.
No, I've never really had anything like too supernatural happen. I would only say the synchronicities. I've had some mind-blowing synchronicities that there's no way that, you know.
Right.
That's about the only thing that I can say.
Yeah.
It's been magical or whatever.
Okay. Big shout out to Sean Cartwright. I see you, bro. Welcome to the podcast, bro. Yeah. Man, we got some amazing comments here, man. Big shout out to Michelle. She says, I was just talking about this with Nexx, how female TIs get put on the web.
Yeah.
Man. Has that ever happened? You said that happened to you on Facebook. Like they were making some kind of pages about you or something. You said that?
Memes. They were making memes and then they would send them to me. So there was like a Facebook page about me or about my targeting or whatever, and then they would make memes, and then different people would send them to me.
And big shout out to Eva. I see you, Eva 888. Man, I had to go back because these comments is coming so fast. I didn't see you. Welcome to the podcast, man. Yeah. Big shout out to Eva. Yeah. She says, "Hey Nexx, hi Cash. Do you guys think maybe the people doing this are mind controlled?" Man, that's a great question.
Absolutely, yes.
We know we aren't able to be controlled, and that's part of our targeting. Man, I never thought about that, but that's, and I'm a thinker too, Cash. Like I never thought, the people are maybe, they are mind controlled to do this. It's so.
Are you Nexx? Are you O negative?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what my blood type is. That's a shame. I should know.
It should be something to look into.
Yeah.
Because I am O negative. Yeah. That's why I'm targeted.
I should know. I should know that. But, man, big shout out to Eva, man. I know that, I think that some of these people are mind controlled to do what they do.
Absolutely.
But I think that some of these people are just evil, descendants of the dark side. They just willfully do these things because they get off on hurting people. And
the people that are paid are consciously doing it. The people that are unconsciously doing it are mind controlled.
Right.
That's the Jezebel spirit working through that person.
Oh, yeah.
And before I woke up, I believe that I was, I wasn't a gang stalker intentionally, but I was doing things that weren't very nice.
Right.
Now that I think about it. So you need to keep that in mind, and that's why not everybody is your gang stalker. They just might be in a very bad place and need a lot of healing.
Yeah.
We're a generation full of people raised on trauma, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what happens.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
We're a generation of people raised on trauma, passing it off as a culture. That was a meme that I saw, and that's so true.
Yeah. And you know what, man? Like, it's like, some things that I see in the TI community, like, some people are treated certain type of ways, and then they pass that same energy along to others and do people the same kind of way. And just because, they've been through some things and I don't think that's right. Maybe I didn't word that right. Like, like they take out you know, the anger and stress on other people just because, and it's like, yo, we're all going through things. Like, you know, it's not right for me to just start barking at Cash just because, you know, something happened to me. You know, I think we have to be mindful that and understand that we are all going through something, you know, and at the end of the day, I just, you know, me personally, Cash, like, I just let it go. Like, I just let that go. Like, I really had to learn how to let things go. You know, for a long time, like, I was just holding on to things. Like, they did this, she did this, my mom said that, and this one stole this one, and that's and I was just walking around with all this anger and frustration and hostility, depression, sadness.
Let it go.
I mean? Yeah, and, you know, and it was just attracting more of that energy back to me, and
it's almost as if you show that you care in this society, then that's when they come at you.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta act like you don't care, like you're heartless.
Yeah. I mean, I just learned to let it go, man. I'm just like, you know, I just let things go and just keep moving forward, man. And I just started doing a lot of learning about myself and the power that I have, the power that, you know, the Most High has given to each and every one of us. Because I don't feel like we're just helpless, you know, like how they make us believe. I think that's one of the grand deceptions, too. You know, like once I found out I was a TI Cash, I'm like, oh, my God, you know, I'm targeted. Like, what? How am I going to survive? Like, how? Like, everything. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I couldn't do anything. Like, I felt like life was over at that point for me. And I went through.
It's not.
I went through so many different transitions as far as emotionally, physically, like, you know, and I still do every day, but now it's more so in a positive, you know what I mean? Like, I work hard to stay positive, you know what I mean? Like, and I know that it's a choice, you know, at the end of the day. Like, I could sit here and think about everything that made me depressed. And guess what? I'll end up depressed and sad. I can think about how many times people stab me in the back, and I can choose not to trust people anymore. I can choose not to do anything anymore. And, you know what I mean? And it's all a choice. It's all a choice. And when I came to that realization, you know, like, a lot of stuff shifted for me because I just chose, I'm like, man, I got to start making better decisions and choices because everything in this world, everything in our existence is due to, you know, our choices and decisions that we make when all of this stuff is happening and how we handle these things. Like, how we react to these things is a big factor to whether we are going to live our life and be successful and happy, or are we just going to be those TIs who just choose to fold and crumble under all the pressure. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought about it. I'm like, man, they're doing this to us for a reason. You know, like, a lot of people feel like, I've heard, you know, on several informational videos that we were just randomly selected to go through this program. Do you believe that, Cash?
No, and I see a lot of people commenting down below about the Masons. My family is deeply rooted in the Masons and the military, and that's another reason that people get targeted. Yeah. Anything to do with the military, Masons. Masons believe that the firstborn daughter of so-and-so's family is theirs, essentially, is a sacrifice. So, yeah, Masons definitely have perfected this form of covert murder.
Yeah.
And most police are Masons.
Yeah. You know, they're so low-key. What they do is so low-key and so covert. The Masons and all those, secret societies, you know, like. Yep. But I honestly, guys, everybody, big shout out to you, Eva, too. Eva, I see you. Do you guys believe that everybody in the chat room right now, everybody that's watching live, do you guys believe, even the people that's watching on the playback, if you made it this far, salute to you. Do you guys believe that we were randomly selected to go through this torture? Like, you know, like just, Baby born. Okay, I'm gonna pick Cash. You're a TI. Baby. Next. Okay, boom. Truth. Boom. Kevin. Boom. Eva.
With blood type. The blood type at birth, definitely.
Boom,
I think
boom,
you should figure out what blood type you are next. I think you're probably a negative.
I'm just wondering, man. What do you guys think? Have you seen that, Cash? Have you ever seen that in any TI videos? I've seen them where they're like, well, people are just randomly selected to go through this torture for experimentation.
I don't think it's random. I think that it has a lot to do with blood type. I think that the way that there's a certain way that a person reacts to things that they look at that make them a target, a certain way a person thinks. They don't want thinkers, they want workers, you know? So they're trying to like stifle all creativity.
Yeah.
Out of everyone.
I totally agree with that. 100%, man. My boy True Serum, he says masonry is stolen knowledge used for evil. I believe that. I honestly do, man. Like because they use it for evil. They do. And Michelle says no, she doesn't believe it. But Laura Ann says no, she doesn't believe it. Big shout out to you, Laura. True says military. I lived in a military town when my targeting went 100. My boy Kev says nah, he don't believe that either. Man, we don't believe. We're not falling for that, man. And you know, they try to put a lot of disinformation into this whole situation, but we see through that, man. The real TIs, we see through that, man. We definitely do. And big shout out to everybody who sees through that. Mike Adams says that's truth. I believe that too, man. Cyber Reconnaissance says the Masons also wrote the Constitution, which supports freedom, such as the U.S. Republic. Man, they getting deep, man. They getting deep. Eva 888 says, I think we were put on the list and possibly blood type. Her mom is O negative.
Yeah, O negative. Yeah. O negative is the universal donor. So O negatives are tracked because if something happens, like a natural disaster or something, we have to give blood. Because we can give to everybody. Whereas other blood types, they can't give to everybody like we can.
Shaka Khan says, I was put into this ish. David Ebach, Bible School, Harrisburg, PA, Satanist. Man. Selgers Walker, big shout out to you. He says he's RH negative.
Yeah.
Hey, big shout out to Elizabeth. Big shout out to Lizzie. Welcome to the podcast. Man, we are lit right now. Man, oh man, if you guys are now just tuning in just now, we are heating up, man. We are heating up. This is NEXXTIME. This is the best time. I am here with my friend KRISTEN Ashley. To the right has an amazing YouTube channel. If you don't know, now you know. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. There is a link in the description. She has an amazing book. Cop that book. What's the name of the book, Cash?
Escaping Possession.
Escaping Possession, and you guys know what that's about. Big shout out to Izzy Prince. Man, Izzy, what's going on, man? Welcome to the podcast. Yeah. Man. And, you know, that's why, you know, I'm mindful about everybody's situation because, you know, there's people who believe that, you know, their husbands put them in this. There's people who believe that they stole something from work and ended up targeted, or, you know, there's so many different situations. And I do believe that, you know, these secret societies do have something to do with it. The shadow government, you know, those people who really run the world, you know, there's some people who really believe in democracy and, you know, Republican and Democrat and left and right and this and that. I don't go for that. Like, I honestly, I believe that they're all involved, and it just goes to show that, you know, this is just my opinion, you know, like, it just goes to show that, you know, it's so much deception in this world. You know what I mean? Like, we have been lied to And a lot of we see it, like the TIs, we see this stuff. The real TIs, like we can see it and acknowledge it. But then the regular people, just like True Serum said earlier, like maybe they are controlled with these frequencies, just like it showed in that movie Control Factor. Everybody check that movie out, Control Factor. One of my moderators, please type that in right now in the comments. I need everybody to watch that movie. Maybe these people are controlled, Cash. Maybe they are just walking around, you know, going to Starbucks, you know, smoking their doobies and, you know, doing their crystal or whatever they're doing and killing and shooting, or, you know what I mean, like smuggling drugs and doing all that stuff. And, you know, and it's like, man, like this world could be such a better place if they used all of that negative energy that they're using to harass innocent civilians, right? And just focus that into actually furthering humanity and making this world a better place, and, you know, bringing God back into the equation. Like they're Xing God out of this, they're Xing God out of everything now.
Everything, schools, everything.
Yeah,
everything.
And it's
I
just,
mean, all you have to do is watch the Grammys or the Oscars or any one of those, you know, award show programs. Like Hollywood is satanic.
Yeah.
If you can't see that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Not only is Hollywood, but politics. You know, the stuff written on money is satanic. Like it's everybody's like the symbolism and this and that and stuff that I didn't even really know about, that my eyes were opening to. You know, that's like I don't. You know, I just know that it's such a deception over everything. You know, and we as a community, we as a whole, like you know, I'm starting to look at this thing as a blessing now. You know, because, you know, our eyes are open to these things, you know, and, you know, never mind the attacks. And I know, you know, that's going to sound crazy, like to some people are not going to be able to, like, never mind the attacks. What do you mean? They're doing this to me. They did that, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if that, I just, me personally, like, I've been through so much, Cash. Like, I just learned to let that go, because I can remember back when I was just holding on to it and just always focused and always showing up for it. And that's where my mind was focused on, that, not God and not anything positive. You know, I was just wanting, well, this and that. Oh, my father did, all right. And then, you know, things just kept going up. Like, as far as my targeting, it just kept getting worse. It didn't matter where I was. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? But that's just my situation. And that's why I always speak from my perspective. I never try to say, well, Cash, you didn't do this right, or you shouldn't have done. And there's a lot of that energy in the TI community. You know, there is. Like, when people just know, you know, well, you know, you didn't do this, or you ain't got this, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I think it's very conducive for us to speak from our standpoint. You know, we can all learn from each other. Why can't we do that? Like, you know, we don't always have to agree with everything, right? Because what worked for this person might not work for me, but at the same time, we can still learn from each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that's what we need to do to, like, you know, push this thing forward, man. And, you know, for us to all come together and keep platforms like this going. And, you know, we got some, like, God is doing some amazing things, man. And I just wish people would focus on that more than anything. But it, like, people show up, they want to show up for the, you know, oh, they're zapping me with this and such and such, and those signals are coming through my fingernails and the and the you know, people show up for that, you know, and they're like, oh my God, you know, that's what they want to see. But it's like, yo, God, you know, he is stronger than any evil. That's what we all need to realize. Like, God is stronger than any of this crap. Any of it.
And you know what, too? Like, I saw Catherine Horton's video. She sometimes is, like, bedridden, you know? And she's getting hit with these energy weapons. Maybe I'm getting hit with them, too, but I'm not really feeling it. I feel better than I've ever felt in my entire life.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome.
I don't know.
That's awesome. Well, definitely, you know, you don't want to be You know, you don't want to be hit with these energy weapons. No. And maybe that's not a part of your targeting. But
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
One thing that, you know, before I started actually feeling the pain from it, it was like they were sending some kind of frequency that would jumble my thoughts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even, like, before this stuff, like, before the electronic harassment started going up and up, my mental was sharp. Like, I wrote so many songs, and I could remember everything I wrote. Like, I could remember stuff I wrote in the 2nd grade, you know. And then when this stuff started, you know, going on, it wasn't like I felt it right away, like, but my thoughts were like I was like, damn, I'm not that old. Like, it shouldn't be to the point where I can't remember stuff. Like, and I was having trouble remembering things, and I had to go back and reread things like 4 or 5 times before I got it, and it never used to be like that. And it started making me question, like, man, like, am I losing it? Like, there's something going on here? Like, did I smoke too much weed when I was, like, you know, getting, like, smoking that stuff? Like, did it, like, I started questioning a lot of things, and then I got to learn that they are actually doing this. Like, all of us, we all go through this. Like, we're mid-sentence, and next thing you know, boom. You know, and I'm like, that is, you know, that's not a coincidence that everybody is going through this. You know, they're definitely hitting us with some kind of frequency or something. It's not a pain frequency, right? But it's a frequency where it's like jumbling our thoughts, where it's like, I've even seen things where they've done that to like news reporters, Cash, like when they're live, and then next thing you know, they just like, blah.
Yeah.
They just like freeze up. Yeah. Yeah, man. And like, you know, this stuff is happening, and you know, and they have so many different weapons and so many different you know, what is it? See, what's happening right now. I was just had it on the top of my brain. Like,
words,
yeah, like they have so many different directed energy weapons, you know, where they can target your elbow, or they can target your heart, or they can target this, and they got all this stuff. And it's just like, man, you know, at the end of the day, like, I know they have this stuff. Like, I know a lot of this stuff has been used on me, and, you know, countless times. But at the end of the day, right, I know that the Most High is stronger than any of that. That stuff is evil. They're not zapping, you know, strength into us. Like, they like, why are they dumbing down humanity, and at the same time, like, you know, upgrading artificial intelligence? Why? Why is artificial intelligence getting smarter every year, and people are getting dumbed down?
I know, they're gonna take us out. It's not funny, but it's a possibility.
It's something to think about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
To think about, but that's, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna go to the comment section, man. They are lighting the comment section up right now. Yeah. Cash, this is amazing right now. Let's see here. Mike Adams says, that makes a lot of sense, Truth. These Masons also be doing some gay stuff like cross-dressing. And let's see here. Shaka Khan says, they shoot my brain all the time non-stop. It's not funny. No, it's not, bro. And man, my heart goes out to you, Shaka, man. Seriously. Hang in there, man. Truth Serum, he saw it. He saw Control Factor. It's a good, accurate movie. And it's old, right, bro? Like, when I saw that movie, bro, it blew me away, bro. I was like mind blown. I couldn't believe it. Cash, you are protected. Now you're inside a bubble, sis.
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm inside a bubble, inside of a protected bubble?
I don't know. Big shout out to Seldridge, though. He says you are protected now. Yes. Oh, big shout out to Lynette, man. I love Lynette, man. She says, Michelle, my 2 sisters will be praying for you. They understand the TI phenomenon well, and they both have been targeted. Man, oh, man. Man, Lynette, please pass along my thanks to your sisters. I appreciate that so much. Hey, Cash, has any of your subscribers have ever reached out to you for prayer and asked you to pray for them?
Actually, not to pray for them, but pray with them. They asked me to do like a Bible study type thing with them, but I had other commitments, so I didn't get to do it. But I think something like that would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, I have started to read a daily Bible verse.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
Wait, I'm ascending. Hold on, Seldridge. I'm ascending. What does that mean? Ascending.
He said you are ascending. It sounds like something good, man. That's what it sounds like.
Well, of course, it's something good, but...
You just want to be clear, right? Like, what is he talking about? Seldridge, call us up, man. Call us up, man. Hit that number, man. Let us know what's going on. Anybody that's tuning in right now, don't be afraid, man. You could, this podcast, that's what this podcast is all about. It's interactive. It's for you guys. It's for all of us to touch base and, network and, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
40.
Yeah. Cash, I have another question for you, man.
Sure.
Have you ever got the chance to meet any TIs in real life? And if so, how did that experience go for you?
No, I have not. I haven't met any TI. Higher consciousness. Okay, that's what I thought. So I don't. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I feel like the lone wolf down here as a TI in Miami. I feel like everybody's kind of,
Wow, but you know what, man? There are so many TIs in Florida.
Really?
They are. Yes, they are all.
I would love to meet another TI.
Yeah.
Story. Actually, one of my friends might be, but.
Yeah. Did he like tell you of any
it's
crazy
actually
situation?
A girl, another O negative. And
really?
She's been watching, yes, and she's been watching my videos. Same scenario, isolated from her family.
Yeah.
And she's going through the same things that I was going through in the beginning of my targeting. And I told her, like, you're gonna hit a night of the dark soul, and you're gonna like wake up like fully. And, so.
Wow. Yeah, man, I've definitely had the pleasure of meeting some real TIs, and I've had the pleasure of meeting, some people, and I just gotta say, it was amazing experience. Whether it was positive or negative, it was a lesson and a blessing, to meet those people. And I've had the pleasure of being at the TI Day event in Chicago, where they had a protest rally there, and there were a lot of people out there.
Chicago originally.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. And so do you know where Oak Park is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed out there. It was pretty nice out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out there, man. I stayed out in Oak Park, and but the actual protest was downtown Chicago. It was like downtown in front of the government building or something, and we protested down there. And then we went to the Riverwalk. Do you know where the Riverwalk is?
Was it big?
It was. It was the flagship event. When it came down to T-Day, man, which was August 29th. Big shout out to Louis Rowe. Everybody was like, yeah, we're gonna come and such, and then they had so many people at the last minute, drop out. They were scared. They were afraid. They were afraid to show, but it was a good turnout though. It was actually Ella Free. If you ever seen her channel, she has a video on it where she documented. They compiled a bunch of footage and edited it up and had a nice edit on it, and it was cool, man. It was like a global protest, but the flagship event was in Chicago, and it was some really cool people, man. I got to meet Dr. Matthew Aaron. He was solid, man. He was a great guy. Midge from Targeted Justice, man. She's a very beautiful person, man. Awesome. I got to meet a lot of people down there. I saw some wacky stuff too, but It was awesome though. Like the whole experience, like it really was. It was really, I felt blessed to be there, and you know, I met some amazing people. After the protest was over, like we went to the River Walk. Do you know where that is? Like right along, there's something called the River Walk downtown where the buildings are. It's like the river is there, and we just hung out, man. And it was like, man, I have never, you know, felt like that before ever, man. It was just to be in a company with, I don't know, I had to say it was like at least 30 of us, maybe. It was like 30 of us out there. We're just out there chilling, man. And, you know, there was people out there doing stuff, but we were just chilling, man. And everything was good. You know, nobody got hurt. Like there was no fights or anything, or no, you know, nobody, everybody got along, and it was just an awesome experience. I wished, you know, more people would have got involved, but you know, I mean, some of those spiritual TIs, you know, and I'm not knocking them or nothing. You know, you mentioned some of them earlier, but they are against that. They're like, oh, we don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to meet anybody. We don't want to such and such. We just want you to watch our videos, and that's it. Shout out to them. We got a caller coming in. Let's see here. Hey, what's going on, caller? You on Next Time?
What's up, Nexx?
What's going on, my friend?
It's Walt, man.
Walt, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, that's what you call in.
How you doing? How you doing today, man?
Oh, we're making it, baby. We're doing well, man. You know, slow roll, but we're gonna make it. You know,
that's a fact.
Together, you know?
Yes, sir. We definitely gonna make it, man. Yo, did you hear about the springtime rally that's going on next month in California?
Oh yeah. That's on point. I saw all of that, man. You know, I've been keeping up with that. I've been following you a long time, baby.
Oh, that's lit, man.
Baby. I remember you back all the way in Los Angeles, you know, sitting on the porch smoking a cigar, you know. Yeah. Black and mild, you know, we go back.
Yeah, yeah. You gonna pull up, man, to the rally?
Huh?
You gonna pull up to the rally? You gonna come?
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, man. I'm gonna look into that, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my schedule is and stuff that nature, you know. Got a whole lot going on, you know.
Okay.
But, I'm gonna get out there, man. You know, it's real, you know.
That's what's up, bro. You holding up all right? Is everything okay?
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gonna pick?
Keep your head up, man.
Always.
You know,
you too, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It's a hard road, man, but everybody's gonna make it. You know, you gotta stick together. You know.
Amen.
You don't want to call it.
Yes.
You don't want to call it. Stay prayed up.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. You got to check out Cash's book, man. It's a link to the description, and right now you can check out her book, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that on there, and I'm gonna look in and get that.
Okay, definitely, man. I appreciate that, man. You are awesome, bro. You are awesome, man.
Y'all got any questions or anything? You know, I can help somebody out. You know, questions. You know, I've been in for a long time myself. You know.
Oh yeah. How?
I was job mob. You know, I was job mobbed and all that stuff. You know, still being targeted.
Okay. Wow.
And it's been a number of years now. It's been over 6-7 years now.
Wow. Do you have anybody for support down there where you at, bro? Anybody you rock with?
I just reached out. I haven't really just reached out other than just, you know, doing counseling and stuff, going online and stuff, counseling.
Okay.
And it's really been helping, helping with you guys and stuff of that nature. It's another outreach as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, bro.
For a long time, I didn't know what was going on, man. You know, I had to learn slowly like everybody else on the fly, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. You know, there's so many different facets to it, you know.
Yeah.
But the best thing is stay ahead and stay, you know, prayed up spiritually, you know. Trust God, you know, first of all. And, you know, all this other stuff will disappear. It's all associated with witchcraft. And there's so many different facets with it, you know. So many people that you think you can trust, but you really can't.
Right. Yes.
Hunting traps, you know. You talked about the hunting traps and stuff that nature, you know.
Yeah.
I've been tried all kinds of ways like that. See, I'm married, so, you know, none of that just appealed to me because, you know, it's completely obvious.
Right.
You know, somebody tries to pick you up. It's all in the churches as well.
Yeah.
And another thing that you need to put on your podcast, too, is, you know, about, you know, a lot of these churches and how many witches invested in all of these churches and in worship, you know. So
yeah,
it's huge, man. You know, devil's busy.
That's true, bro. That is true, man. That is so true.
Stay up, man.
Yo,
just get informed. That's the best thing, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Does your wife go through anything? Like, are they targeting her too?
Not at all, man. That's another story. I really, you know, didn't want to go into that. You know,
okay.
There's a whole lot out there.
I respect
you
it.
know, I think she's on the other end of the spectrum, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those things too, you know, but it's kind of ugly. Phone hacks, all kinds of stuff. You know,
oh yeah.
Devices hacked.
Yeah.
Listen, devices all in your house. Do some research on static surveillance. Those are a lot of different things. I have a whole array of different knowledge of some of the different tactics that are used, such as remote neural monitoring.
Okay.
How you can just fall off to sleep.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Using that remote neural monitoring on you, man.
Yeah.
And basically, people that are associated in the neighborhood or wherever you are, those are people in close proximity of you that is using these different devices that can, basically remotely do things to you. And they sit watching you. They're monitoring you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's all narcissistic, man.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some sick people out there, man. And they're using all these weapons on you like that, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. That is a fact, bro. How long have you been going through this for? Well,
it's been close to, I know it's been close to about 6-7 years now. I know when it initially started, with all the noise campaign, it's a variation of different levels.
Yeah.
I believe you, man.
I believe you, bro. Oh, yeah.
It's nothing to play with.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you how far it went for me, brother. I had a quadruple bypass from all the stress.
Wow.
I had a 4-hour replacement. My heart, I like to die.
Wow.
And I ended up resigning from my job due to stress from job mobbing. And I walked away from it. And I walked out on faith, man. I trust God.
Right.
And
that's awesome.
I'm the one that's the master barber. You remember I talked about the barber? I'm the master barber.
Okay.
And,
okay.
Yeah, I cut hair for over 25 years, man.
Oh, man, I got to come get a lineup, bro.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Skill, man. It's a spiritual skill, but it's one of those other things in my, in my stack. I got my bag of tricks, like Felix and Cat,
Okay.
One of them things, man, but it's the real deal. But it's targeting ain't no joke, man.
Oh, no.
A lot of people that dismiss it basically are part of the whole agenda. It's all a part of Agenda 21.
Okay.
And about the population. And I don't know how far you've gone as far as knowing about the Georgia Guidestones and all the different, information about the airport in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
And stuff that I don't know that's associated with all of it.
Mm.
But it's all a part of 21, but all this mess is being cleaned up, man.
Oh, yeah.
Very slowly. It's a lot of people being taken down, man.
Yeah.
But it's in a lot of pockets now. But the cleanup is in effect,
Oh, yeah.
All I can tell everybody, man, just stay up, man, and trust God, man. God has a plan.
Amen. That's a fact.
When I was checking in, she's inside of a bubble. What I mean about that is that if she continues to meditate, she's going to sin. We're in 3D now. What I mean by that, we're in 3D, but you're gradually, if you meditate, you're going to gradually ascend to a higher level.
Oh.
That's why those attacks are lessened. You don't feel them that much anymore.
Mm.
You're tired of the stuff. And see, they fear you most of all. They fear you.
Right.
Due to your bloodline, we are God. We are chosen people, man.
Mm.
Walk with your head up.
Let's go, Walt.
Put your head down, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to get on your knees when we come across them.
Yes.
The tracks that we walk in. We're that important. We are very important people, bro.
Yes, sir.
As well.
Wow.
And, but I'm going to tell you, man, with some important people, they don't want you to know your level of importance, bro.
Right.
They try it kind of blocks you from that. They don't want you to see how important you are, how valuable you are. That's why they use different things, the direct energy weapons and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
To force down your energy, keep your energy up. You have to meditate and research things on chakras and stuff, body chakras, and, you know, research, do all that information on that. You know, noise reduction, stuff of that nature. They're using scalar waves, stuff of that nature, to infiltrate your, your well-being and your houses and stuff of that nature. To, you know, those frequencies that are being lower your energy and your vibration.
Yeah.
I tell you, keep your head up, bro.
Yo, man, you too.
Work.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man.
Thank you for that.
I appreciate that call. My boy is on fire. I gotta hit the button right now. He is on fire. All day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's the real deal. Holy field, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Holy field.
But I ain't gonna hold you, man. Everybody just stay blessed, man. You know, just stay prayed up.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Oh, anytime, baby.
God bless you, man. Stay in touch. Stay in touch, bro. We gotta talk, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
No problem.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Man, we got some amazing calls today, man. Cash, we are lit right now.
Yeah, no, that was really good. That was really uplifting.
Amazing.
I needed that.
That was amazing.
He's right, though. He's absolutely right. What he said about the frequency.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. He's absolutely right. Because once you raise your frequency, you just feel better. You vibe better, you know? And, like, these negative things, they're not as likely to come at you when you're on a high vibe. You know? You kind of repel them away. Where when you're on a low frequency, they come after you because they can sense it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So everything he said made sense.
Absolutely, man. My boy was on fire, man. He's on fire. I gotta hit that one more time, man. He's on fire.
He is on fire. Come on.
All right, man. This is Next Time, guys. We are lit right now, man. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we are still lit. This is Next Time, guys. We are so lit right now. This is the podcast, man. This is the podcast for the people, man. This is the interactive podcast. Just got a couple of things that I want to talk about really quick here. Big shout out to Targeted in West Aus. Big shout out to Eva888. Tanya, Shaka Khan, True Serum. My guy Walt just called in. Michelle. Man, she said, what a great caller, man. He was definitely awesome, man. We got to get him on the podcast too, man. And anybody for that matter. Anybody you guys want to be a guest, come on the podcast and talk. And, you know, this is a conversation, man. We just having, you know, a conversation and getting these things out. I think this is much needed, man. We can all learn from each other. And I just feel so blessed to have you guys on the stream right now. Thank everybody for hitting those thumbs up, smashing those thumbs up. I appreciate every one of y'all for rocking with us right now. Big shout out to my boy True Serum. He said keep banging on that beast system daily. Man, they still talking about my boy Walt. They're saying good caller, stay close to God. New Creation said that was wonderful. Yeah, that was definitely wonderful, man. And I just appreciate, man, you guys rocking with us and, you know, calling us up, man, and just being a part of it live, man. And you know, if you guys at any time, you know, if you guys feel called, if you guys want to, you know, if you guys like what we're doing here, you want to support the channel, man, and throw us a donation, there's links in the description. You can download the Cash App. I don't know if you guys know what Cash App is, but it's a really cool app that you can use to send money to such and such. You know, if somebody was going through something, they had Cash App, I could Cash App them $15 real quick, $10 here and there. A way that we can all look out for each other. There's a link. If you want to download it, it's in the description, man. If you guys want to donate, you can do PayPal, you can do GoFundMe, whatever. It's all in the description right now. Don't forget about my homie, man, Cash. She's got an amazing YouTube channel. Please, guys, subscribe. Her link is in the description also, man. So, Cash, man, is there anything that you want to, you know, share with the people that, you know, anything that you have planned in store for the future for your channel, or anything that, you know, are you working on any new projects that you want to talk about? Anything?
I'm definitely going to get into writing again. There's going to be new videos every day. I try to do one every day. I'll probably take a little break for a while to start writing again. I do want to write another book. But yeah, just spreading awareness about this and just getting the word out there is my main objective at this time, and finding a solution to this, because I don't think anybody should have to live this way.
That is a whole fact. I totally agree with you, man. Nobody should have to, you know, go through these things that we go through. Like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, honestly. I wouldn't wish it on them. So, you know, it's just unfortunate, but I'm looking at it like a blessing now. You know, I'm just starting to shift it.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah, I'm just starting to shift my focus, man. Like, before the cup was half empty, you know, now it's half full. You know?
No, look at you. You're doing great. You have these channels. These people are all coming together. This is great. This is like your purpose. So you're doing good. I'm
trying, man. Thank you so much, Cash. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that, man. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to just play a little clip, and then we'll be right back to close out this amazing podcast that we're having. And you guys just enjoy. I will be right back. Remember, TI Lives Matter. Join the movement. Let's go.
See, TI Lives Matter. It's not just a hashtag.
Yay!
It's a movement. We're suffering through these heinous crimes long enough. It's time for the people to unite. It's time for us to let the world know that TI Lives Matter. If you're not afraid, if you put that fear behind you, and you are ready to show the world that TI Lives Matter, there's a link in the description right now where you can get your tees, long sleeves, hoodies. It's time. Do it right now. It's a link in the description. Click it. You can show the world that TI Lives Matter. I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. Put a lot of hard work into it. Don't forget, the link is in the description if you guys want to join the movement and let the world know that TI Lives Matter. God bless every TI. We're going to get through this thing one way or another.
All right, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, man, we are on fire right now. We're actually wrapping things up right now. We had an amazing podcast. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in live. I want to thank each and every caller who called in and had something to say. I really appreciate you guys. God bless everybody, man, for tuning in. And I want to give a very, very big special shout out to my guest here, Big Cash, Kristen Ashley, the amazing Kristen Cashley. She has an amazing YouTube channel, guys. If you guys don't know, you guys are sleeping. Her links to her YouTube channel is in the description. Hit her up on Instagram. All of that, you know, all of her contact information is in the description. And she has an awesome book. Cash, show the book. Show the book. Yes, Escaping Possession. Guys, the link to that is also in the description, man. Show her some love. I definitely will be. Hit that link, cop the book, hit her up on YouTube, check her out, check out her channel, hit her up on Instagram. Show her some love. Show her some follow. Show her some likes. Cash, do you have anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Just thank you to everybody for coming on and listening, and let's just spread awareness and stay positive and hopeful, please.
Definitely. And this won't be the last time you see Cash on Next Time. She's definitely going to be coming back and doing more. And if you guys want to be a guest on Next Time at any time, hit me up. My contact info is in the description. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, no Facebook. But, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back. I will be back with more insight info. And I will be back with another podcast, too, tomorrow. So, you know, we're going to keep this thing moving like we always do at this time. And thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys. God bless you guys. And we'll see you on the next one.
Good night, everybody.
Show